Coming up on Now You Made It Awkward podcast.
Doritos put out a guacamole flavored chip not that long ago that was fantastic. I don't know why they don't fucking do a guacamole taco. It'd be awesome.
Because I don't want to eat a green taco.
Better than a blue waffle.
True.
3 cheese.
Because it's become so
It's-
expansive.
I have
inner
a definition.
twitch.
I'll tell you after.
Yeah, let's
I
hear
hear.
it.
Well, I'll hear it after I
Well-
want to hear what you say.
Anything that makes me want to start punching babies.
Wow, that one.
That's not.
I don't like that.
I get the dark thing.
Yeah, right.
Being angry
a whole
isn't
person.
Yeah.
my identity. It's just who I am.
Yeah, but that's
I don't know. They're not like Republicans who will bring in anybody as long as we're mostly cool. We'll sit down, have a beer, have a cookout. Who gives a fuck? It's like, oh, you like dick? Bring a potato salad.
I guess.
But with this big tent, you're like, okay, cool. Regular Christians, cool, right over there. Catholics, we know you sort of want your own thing. Go over there. It's fine. We got your bread and wine. Gay people, Rainbow Corner over there. We'll come hang out. Roller skates are available. It's fine. You know, basically they'll let anybody in as long as you're about 80% of what we want on our side.
oh, that is hateful.
Yeah.
Don't forget.
Once again, villainized.
Hold on. Whoa. What you guys fail to remember about the woke cult. Words are violence. They say that we, and especially Trump, are extremely guilty of constant violence against people on the left. They literally say that words are violence. They don't mean we are throwing fists, that we're shooting people. They mean that the acts of violence of being non-agreeable with them is literally worthy of killing them. Because blank, this person is evil, and then you eventually get to this person is a threat to your very existence. And I remember a certain president of the United States of America in the middle of a State of the Union address making sure that everyone knew that a certain political party in this country was the greatest threat to this country. And they say it goes both ways. We see God in everything else. God is everywhere else. He is the universe. He is a creator. He's all that, and he is within us. They have made themselves their own God. It is the worship of self that has led to this. No core morality, no external morality, and everything is for me. Then they had no direction. They were looking inward. There's nothing to look at. So therefore they have to be told, hey, what is supposed to be in here? And then when they say your identity, the thing that you are is the most important fucking thing. And then Charlie goes, God. Yeah, I'm more cognizant of the consequences because I often say we can't say certain things here on the show that we would love to fucking say, but
Like
because
God,
we will literally be canceled for saying them.
You guys hold back.
You have no idea.
I see her rolling up, Uber black Cadillac, high heel boots, and a sexy body full of tats.
Yeah.
Well, there was my COVID episode too. That was fun.
Yeah, I guess I missed that one.
No, you were here for that. That was you and Scotty. I was still getting over COVID during that.
No, okay.
I just didn't tell y'all.
Whatever.
Yeah, I wanted to be you guys haven't gotten sick since, so you're doing good.
Well, there's a reason.
Yeah.
Twice a month I
didn't sneeze on you.
Yeah, twice a month I do that wormer regimen.
Oh,
Yeah.
Wormer.
No, you can say ivermectin now.
Yeah, ivermectin.
Yeah, that's a word you can say on the internet now.
You can say you always could.
I couldn't remember the name.
That is funny.
I think it's better without the lights. There we go.
And you can get it without a prescription now.
Now you can over the counter.
Tractor Supply.
All right.
baby.
So, boys, since we are starting extremely late, it's all good, though. But I wanted to say cheers for Brad's first taste test video.
Cheers.
Yeah.
We can't really dink, but
That's
we'll pretend we dinked. So dink enough here.
Virtual
We'll go
dink.
We'll go this way. Here.
Let's get
There
it.
we go. There we
We
go.
can reach.
Did
All
the
right.
sound effect come?
And I think this was your first episode since the table came in here?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, so you won't.
Oh, yeah. That's true. Correct.
Yeah, you haven't seen the new
Yeah,
setup.
he's
so,
not balls to the corner.
Yeah, no balls in the corner anymore.
Yeah. No.
Now you're just toes to the light.
Yeah.
But at least this way, the light is no longer in each other's camera like it was.
Right.
So either way, guys, we're going to do a quick impromptu taste test. So this is the El Padrino tequila. It's their Cristalino Añejo. I've not had this yet.
How'd they get vanilla on the nose of a tequila?
The barrels.
Oh my gosh. Fuck yeah.
It's got vanilla notes.
Dress that in a shot. Gotta be a.
You think this is? It does have. It definitely has the vanilla notes.
Yeah, it does.
Oh,
And something on the back end. It's almost cooling.
That's the soil. That kind of like the way that got a little peppery, but not, like, overpowering, a little clove almost. Yeah. No, I like that. So I think they purify it to get the brown out and everything else like that, but it's after they do the barrels. So it's an interesting way that it's añejo, so it's been aged. And then they do some type of process. So this should be brownish like a standard añejo, but it's not. That's why it's cristalino. But yeah, that heavy vanilla note is crazy.
It is.
Yeah,
And that's rare in a tequila.
So this is supposed to not have any of the, what do they call, impurities or whatever?
Kind of, yeah. And it's pure blue.
What is?
You mean other than the alcohol? Yeah.
Look, I don't know all the science.
Well, there's a whole thing about that. For
Yes.
these.
Oh, can I get a beer since we didn't do that before we got started?
You want a striker?
Yeah, because I'm not going to.
I wanted to do the airplane.
Say things. He can things later.
Yeah. You have more movement than we do right now because I never secured that.
Striker, I don't even know her. You know.
Yeah, I don't have my keys on to do the thing.
Hefe, are you gonna want one of these yet, or are you gonna sip for a little?
I'll sip for a minute.
He needs to also be good.
I'm gonna sip too.
Yeah, I'm gonna sip the tequila for a while, but I need something other than the tequila.
why I brought
I'm
big
glad
one.
I bought. By the way, this is only $40.
No, not bad.
This is
not bad at
that
all.
is excellent.
Yeah.
It's crazy excellent. I'm sure it's tainted with all kind of. No, I'm kidding.
It's fantastic.
Sure, it's.
With all kinds of goodness.
I'm sure it's just they're not.
You know what? I need to
greedy.
bring my my Star Trek Enterprise bottle opener in here because
So
this
this
seems to be the
is-
place for it.
Striker from Copperhead about to reopen.
Yes. So this is a
What,
classic
in
striker.
2 weeks?
This is a collector's
October
item.
3rd.
Okay, 2.5 weeks.
So this is a collector's item.
Indeed.
Real.
Indeed. You get the last one of
Tastes
mine.
collectible. It does taste a little old, but it's okay.
Yeah, that's right.
It's not terrible. It's pretty good. All right, so guys, it's been a hell of a week since we last recorded. So last week we talked about the murder of that lovely Ukrainian girl, Irina Zarutska, and then literally the next day, because that was last Tuesday, and then it was Wednesday when everything happened. So, guys, we are going to be talking about the Charlie Kirk situation and everything that's happened since then and everything that's come out. But we're not going to do that first. We're going to start out on a better note. I just wanted everybody to know that we are going to get into it, which is kind of funny because Brad and I have been talking about it separately from you and me. Mm-hmm. And I know you've got some slightly differing opinions on things, so that's good. I like that. I like that. But I do want to start out just real quick with a moment of silence, which I know is rare on this show because some of us don't know how to shut up. So we'll start up with just a moment of silence for a man who fell last week in the service of his country, basically. So. It's like an eternity when you're actually watching the clock. It's like, so either way, no, that was, we actually talked about it at church on Sunday and last night. Okay, Jessica has made it to women's group, so yay. But a lot of us, especially in our church group, the men's group, we're all definitely feeling away. So we had a really good talk about it last night, and I think it cooled a little bit of the tensions we all had. So that's one thing we want to talk about here, just for funsies, but we'll get to that here in a little bit. But first, I want to start out with, hey, guys, welcome back to the Now You Made It Awkward podcast, episode 158. So I'm getting better at remembering the numbers because I watched 157 this morning. Mm-hmm. So I had to do my my initial view and edit of that. But, of course, I am Shoki. You can follow me at all the Shoki-related links down below, whether that's Shoki Reviews, Shoki Reviews 2, or the It Doesn't Have to Make Sense live stream channel, which I did want to mention that Christine, who does listen to this show from time to time, attempted to bring up some quote-unquote facts about Charlie Kirk on Friday, and I'd be like, we're not going to do that right now because I don't feel like raging in the middle of a live stream. So I had to be like, nah, we're not going to do that now. We're going to have a good time. And then we watched some of those cool, funky covers that we were watching in the living room earlier. So that made everybody feel good. So either way, make sure you do that like and subscribe thing here to this channel because we're stuck at 141. I would like that to be at 145. So I need 4 of you people to come over and do that. Oh, I do have to remember to bring up the Shaun message. I forgot about that. So got to do that here in a little bit. So what's the other thingy? Like, subscribe. Patreon, that's the other part. Sorry, we've been drinking, and it's starting to hit me a little bit. Because we did do a taste test video, and you guys can see the full uncut video version of that, plus the uncut video version of the podcast, over on the Shoki Reviews Patreon. For as little as $5 a month, you can support this show or any of my stuff. I don't know if you really want to go balls to the walls and support everything. You can get $12 a month to have access to all of it, including vlogs, reviews, the 3 times to 4 times a month things, plus our trivia nights we do. So we have a lot of fun just hanging out over there. Heffy's been there for at least one of them.
At least one of them.
Yep. That was a lot of fun.
Until I got bored.
You did get bored. But,
which isn't hard these days.
Yeah. So
I'm not making money. Let's go do that instead.
Yeah. So our last Patreon night was last Wednesday.
Yeah.
So guess what we talked about all night?
Oh, you think?
Yeah. So yeah, that was tough. That was tough to do. So either way, and then with that, I do have over here the Heffy in a green shirt this week.
Yes.
Still needs to shave his head again though.
I do.
It's getting a little fuzzy.
I'll shave before I go to work tomorrow.
Indeed. And then you can follow him over on the Grounded and Grumpy on the Instagrams. And eventually, when he...
We got projects coming, then I will probably be doing some, probably in the dark, trying to light it and shoot what I'm doing at the same time.
Well, you're going to need lights in that project anyway. So at some point, he'll try to remember to make content.
That's
and
hard.
not somehow lose his phone in a foreign country.
For real.
Somehow not do that. So, and then visiting us today is
I'm still mad again.
Oh, you should be.
It surfaced for like 30 minutes.
I'm still mad.
It surfaced and it linked to Wi-Fi, so I hit the scrub command.
Oh,
and it completely scrubbed the phone top. Oh,
so they finally connected it.
Yep, the
somehow?
Wi-Fi.
That's like almost 3 weeks ago now.
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy. All right, so good. At least that finally happened.
Right.
Which means they probably didn't do anything with it.
But since then, I've been getting strange phone calls from a number I've never seen, and it's a kid going, how the fuck are you talking to me right now? I'm going, what the fuck, dude? You called me.
I've had that happen before.
So I just block them.
Yeah.
Block and move on.
I've actually had that happen. So, Brad, have you ever had some weird random phone calls from children?
Foul-mouthed little 12, 13-year-old.
Even if I did, I haven't.
Would you like to? We can lose your phone in Canada if it helps.
No, there's no chance of that happening.
Okay. So either way, Brad's visiting us today. Chad got way too busy. Unfortunate that we apparently promotion might be doing some good.
The work literally fell on him.
Yeah, literally. Yeah. So they're way overloaded.
Not physically, but literally.
Yeah, very literally. He's got too much
That's good,
work.
Or is that figuratively?
Yes. It's figuratively. I don't care.
He was not crushed by vinyl.
No, hopefully not. It is heavy in the big rolls. Yeah. But either way, if you want to see some of Brad's doggy posts, you can go check out.
He's not on there. His dogs are.
Dogs definitely are. Go check out Benny and Butters. And there is video somewhere on the internet of Brad and I singing together.
Nice.
Last weekend at, I don't even remember. What were we singing?
Where?
Oh,
Frankenbolts.
Okay.
We hit a few hits.
I don't remember. I really don't remember what all we
Because I
sung.
saw your wife up there.
Yeah, so that was the video I posted. So this just rolls right into our past weekend. So we had a family wedding that we went to way out in the middle of nowhere in Keith, Texas. Ever heard of Keith? It's literally middle of fucking nowhere. So congrats to Shaun and Skylar. They got married. So hopefully young love pervades. What?
You mean prevails?
Sure. I'm sure that's what I meant. Either way, so we did that.
Yeah,
and
young love's pervasive.
Yeah.
Yes.
but we were lucky because Brad's like, "Hey man, you going to be at Frankenbolts for Mike's birthday party?" And I'm like,
I am now.
we am now. So yeah, I mean it was only like a 40-minute drive, and it was technically on the way home. And Jessica didn't want to go home just yet, and so we showed up. You guys had probably been there for just a little bit. By the time we got there. And they set up for Mike's birthday party because that had to get delayed a week due to Kat's unfortunate passing from the week before. So rest in peace, Kat. I forgot. I talked to them about what actually happened to her. I think it was like a sudden aneurysm or something.
Oh man, I was just
thinking
thinking
it was
that.
super sudden. Yeah, it was super sudden. So
Oh, that's horrible.
yeah, but I mean, at least she didn't really suffer.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's good.
Because some people will have aneurysms and then they suffer for the
That's
rest of their
the
life.
upshot.
Yep, that is. So we showed up there, and then we flipped off Clay just like Chuck told us to do over on the on location episode. He literally said, make sure you flip off Clay to get your Doppelbach. I keep wanting to say Dunkelweizen.
Which was no, the Doppelbach is on fire.
I don't want your Uncle Weizen.
Yeah. Hey, there's a light there. Quit hitting the light.
Don't tell anybody.
Scooch it back slightly if you
Sorry,
have.
Caroline.
If it's slightly in the way.
It's definitely in the way.
Okay, scooching it back is
It's just like touching the arm.
I
of
got to
the
make
chair.
sure I can see Jeff's pretty face.
Yeah, there you go. That's better.
You good?
Maybe.
Jeff?
I mean, it's not really aimed at me anymore, but it's okay.
All right.
Okay.
The light's aimed at your camera. Technically, it's
Is
pointed.
it glaring?
No, it's just not pointed towards me. That's my light. There you go. There you go. Good enough.
Yeah,
it's
maybe.
fine.
We'll see.
I'm so
Well-
shiny, it doesn't matter.
You are a
You're-
little. You are glowing.
Yeah,
we're
you're,
all-
ev-
we
you're
all-
In a
ever-
certain sickly
you
way.
are. Hold on, effervescent, if I might. say.
Effervescent. Yes, thank you. I appreciate that.
Like Tums.
So we had a good time. That Doppelbach was really, really solid. The reason I was thinking of Dunkel is because when we were at Decca, they had a Dunkel on tap. That was really good.
Yeah,
That's why
makes
I kept
sense.
thinking that. Yeah. So too many breweries lately.
Yeah.
And we're just gonna be back there again on Saturday. So see you guys on Saturday.
Yeah.
So I already promoted, but if you guys see this in the past, you should have been there at. Can you believe how awesome Franktoberfest was? That was great.
I
wasn't
actually
it?
have a.
YouTube time
My
travel.
wife is driving back,
Oh God.
so
I have not been there yet.
I'm gonna have a whole 3.
I'm pretending like we already did it because this comes out after the fact. So I promoted it last week saying that if you
Got
guys
it.
hear this in time, come join us. So either way, YouTube time travel, as I say.
I get
where
it.
We shoot things in order that they don't necessarily come out in.
It was
So-
amazing.
That
So
requires
either way-
a flow chart.
So the fun part is that Jessica chugged 3 beers at the wedding.
She was on fire.
Nice.
So she was already pretty tipsy.
On fire.
And then first of all, my wife is very, very wallflowery, very shy. Most of the time we go to the brewery, she just stares at her phone or eats some pizza or
Goes
whatever.
hides in my van with the air conditioner.
Yeah, I mean that was a bad day. So, but this is I saw a side of Jessica I've never seen.
Really?
Like she's only done karaoke once, and that was amongst family, and she
So-
was very drunk.
So
She initiated.
so
that.
5
Yeah.
drink Jessica's a lot of fun.
7 drink.
Oh
Jessica.
fuck yeah!
She told my wife, "We're gonna go sing."
Yeah,
Straight up.
yeah.
Wasn't a question.
No.
Yeah, no, Jessica dragged Brittany up there. If you guys see that, posted on my personal. I haven't posted it elsewhere yet, but yeah, maybe she'll forgive me if I share that on the Instagram. So
You may want to.
Permission's easier to get than
Yeah, you may want to.
it is what it is. Look, she did it in public. It is what it is. So either way, she had a good time. I think they sang like 10 songs, or she did it.
Wow.
Overall,
There was a good lineup.
Turned into the Jessica show.
it did, but I don't mean in one row. I mean, she just kept coming back like, "Ooh, we should do this song." Ooh,
She
we
brought
should
the party.
She did.
It's
She
unquestionable.
Because otherwise, it was just Mike and and then she got up there with Shay.
Yeah.
And did so. Apparently, she and Shay went outside and like talked for a little bit, and then like I guess came back besties to a degree. So that's why they were like in a decent mood, and then they came back and they sang Gretchen Wilson's "Redneck Girl."
Okay.
Or is that what it is? Yeah, Redneck Girl. Yeah, and that's the one I filmed. But then I finally got to the point I was willing to go sing, but I went up there and I sung with our good British friend Paul.
Ah, yes.
Yes,
Oh.
because he wanted to do Rhinestone Cowboy.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'll do it. I was like, well, I'm drunk enough. Let's go. And I don't do karaoke. And I will say, as fun as it was, you cannot hear yourself singing at all up there.
Well,
Not
if they
at
don't have a
Frankenball.
good monitor or anything.
no, there's no
no,
monitor.
Yeah.
No.
You can hear.
Negatory.
Yeah, and
So you're almost tone deaf anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The speakers
it-
are around the corner by the dartboard.
Yeah, the speakers are not aimed at you, and it was rough. Which you can hear your partner singing pretty well because they're right next to you, but you can't hear yourself, which makes it pretty damn difficult. But it was still fun. Like I said, I don't remember what we sung. It was something that came up, and then I think I sang. Fuck, what is that song? Chris. Wicked Game.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I sung Wicked Game. I think did we do that one? I didn't do it by myself.
God,
I sung it with
how
somebody.
late did y'all stay there?
Late enough.
It was,
Yeah.
No, we shut it down.
Oh,
Yeah,
good
we shut
grief.
it down. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it was a lot of fun, and I woke up
times.
hungover. Or I slept really wrong. Either way, my neck and head were killing me. So either way, it was a lot of fun over there at Frankenbolt's. Not doing the singing thing again. At least not with a monitor, so I can at least hear what I'm doing. But either way, that was a lot of fun. And then you had a Taco Bell mishap.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, tell that story real quick.
Well, and it wasn't digestive. It was more
Okay.
service oriented. I know, because that's usually right. That's what you automatically.
It
go
was in
to
the
when you-
acquisition of.
Yes.
Much chalupa peeled out.
No. Yeah. No, the procurement over the app was.
See, I use the app all the time, and
It was a complete failure.
Which was it? The one on 105?
Well,
old
the
school one?
one at 105
By the high school?
No.
No, the one-
Oh, the one in Montgomery.
Headed
the,
that
the one by the lake.
Not even the one in Montgomery. The one that's
Before you get to Tejas
before you
Boulevard
get
and
to
all
the
that.
Sonic. Yeah.
Oh,
Before you get
no
to
shit.
Caleb.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Because I thought it was the old school one in Conroe that was the problem.
No. I've left that one a long time ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Legal Line's mine.
Yes.
that
Yes.
one's-
Me too. League Line is solid.
Yeah,
League Line
League
is-
Line's a good one.
They give
100%. Hefe's right on that.
Yeah, so they placed the order and then drove to there, which wasn't that far of a drive, and then waited how long?
Like 30 something minutes.
Wow.
For a $50 something order, by the way.
For the 3 of you? Or was there 4 of you?
There was, yeah.
Okay, because you.
Well, no, we had people back at the house too.
Oh, really? I didn't
Yeah.
know that. Okay.
Yeah.
That explains a lot. Okay. I mean, like, we used to crush like $50 worth of Jack in the Box back
for
in
real.
the day between like 3 of us fat kids.
dude, cool Ranch tacos are back.
99
Are they?
cent tacos, monster
Yeah.
tacos. Hell yeah.
Now, what I wanted to know, so Taco Bell does their Dorito flavor tacos, obviously.
Right.
Doritos put out a guacamole flavored chip not that long ago that was fantastic. I don't know why they don't fucking do a guacamole taco. It'd be awesome.
Because I don't want to eat a green taco.
Better than a blue waffle.
True.
Wow, your
trying to be good.
camera is having hell trying to make you look okay. Because between the blue on your shirt and the green behind you, your face is pink.
It's probably, well,
No, it's
I get flushed out sometimes.
Yeah.
you're a little flush, but it's so. I looked over and I was like, oh, is Brad okay?
Well, now let's continue as I feel much more secure.
As well, you should.
Tequila and skin tone. A perfect match.
No, the problem, like I said, it's having a hard time balancing the colors. You're okay. It's fine, Brad. Don't.
That's what every guy likes.
That's what they all say.
It's fine.
It's fine. They have a pill for that.
You're.
He's got his Dom DeLuise filter.
We
on,
know
so.
that.
Fuck you, Captain. Fuck you, Kool-Aid man.
Yeah,
Fuck
Captain Chaos. He's here.
Fuck you, Kool-Aid man.
Oh yeah.
New to Snapchat, Dom DeLuise filter.
one of our first taste test videos. He's literally wearing the Kool-Aid shirt, like the red with the things, and he's fatter than he is now. And then I'm wearing my normal getup, and one dude called me Dom DeLuise because of the hat.
Oh yeah.
And then the other and then he said, "Yeah, Dom DeLuise and a Kool-Aid man." I was like, what the fuck? I was like, whatever.
Weeks later, I did a side-by-side collage with Dom DeLuise and him, and he said, I fucking
That-
I hate you so much.
Look, I can walk on my own. Dom DeLuise could not. That man had to ride a rascal everywhere because he was so unbelievably fat.
Yeah.
So either
Same
way-
face, though.
Yep. Fuck you. It is not. Either way. So, Hefe,
Yes, sir.
where can they contact the show if they want
They
to?
can email us at nowyoumade.it@gmail.com. They can follow us on our Facebook page, Now You Made It Awkward Podcast. They can also follow us on Instagram at Nimea_pod.
Indeed. And my eye itches all of a sudden. It's all tequila. It makes my eyes itch. That's what it is. So, guys, of course, Shaun messaged us. Looks like a long one, so this will be interesting. Last week was 11 seconds. This one's a minute and 7 seconds.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, so let me check my connection right quick. Yep. Okay, so that was last week's message.
Oh.
I don't think we ever came to a consensus on that.
I sent my addendum to you, or to the page.
Did you?
Yeah. I watched the movie Life,
I know that.
discovered who Calvin was.
Okay, so and
Calvin wins at half the mass of the xenomorph.
okay,
because of its strength, comparative size to strength ratio, it wins 100%.
So have you seen the movie Life? Jake Gyllenhaal,
Ryan Reynolds for a minute.
Oh, with the
Alien- the
weird
alien thing.
aliens.
Yeah. So his question was, who would win in a fight, Calvin or a
Because at the
xenomorph?
size of a Cocker Spaniel, it was throwing people around and dragging them.
That's
all
what
over
I
the
said.
place.
It was about the size of a house cat, and it was killing people.
Yeah.
So
So comparatively, at half the mass of a xenomorph, it would be unbelievably strong.
Yeah, but I don't know if it could hurt a xenomorph effectively
But
because it's really hard to penetrate them.
well, they never told us how it absorbs, whether it rips apart at a molecular level
Yeah.
or absorbs the carbon.
Well, the other thing is we've never seen it in a gravity environment.
Yeah.
A xenomorph would have a harder time in 0G. He's made for 0G.
Yeah.
So I guess it would depend
Depends on where.
what environment. Where in 0G, in just floating around where it can't get very far, Calvin's going to win because he can move. Xenomorphs are fast though, like they're real
Well,
fast.
at the same time, he could have done exactly what it did to a couple of people: go straight down the xenomorph's mouth and eat it from the inside out.
I don't know if it can because we don't know.
Once again, we didn't.
we don't know how they eat.
Yeah. And
Got two sets of teeth too. So
Yeah.
it's interesting.
I mean, the only entryway would be that or through one of the vent tubes in the back.
Yeah.
The tubes.
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 I was impressed with the xenomorphs and the new Alien Earth.
Uh-huh.
They're still dude in a costume doing cool shit.
So we'll talk about that here in a minute.
I only got to the second episode.
Okay, but we'll talk about it. Have you cracked into that at all? I don't know if you're interested in it.
I haven't yet. I haven't.
Okay,
taken
so
it in
Gonna
yet.
do no spoilers, but I just give up.
They're doing good work with it.
So I didn't get to watch the current episode.
I've
'cause
heard-
it isn't out yet.
Varying.
Oh, because it drops tomorrow. That's why I haven't seen it.
Well, yeah, it's still, as me and my son joked from the first Alien movie, guy in costume doing jazz hands.
That was bad. The jazz hands in that first movie were bad. All right, so let's see what Sean's question is for the week.
No respect.
Question for the pod. Man, with all the crazy shit that's going on today, and yesterday, and the day before, and probably tomorrow too, and the day after that, man, it really gets you in a down spirit. You know what I mean? You get angry, you get sad, you get blah. But my question today is, what do you guys do to lift your spirits up to remind you of a better time? That makes sense?
Yes.
Like I was talking to Shoki before that after Charlie got murked, I'm going to have to go home and watch some Care Bears or some Rainbow Bright. Something bright and colorful and happy because damn, dude, it's just wow.
Just something.
And it's like it never stops, you know, it's just pour gas on the fire. You know, hammer down, grab a gear. Here we go. People are fucking sorry and it's disheartening. But just curious if there's something you guys can watch or listen to or do physically that can just make the world seem brighter again.
Y'all got anything?
Yeah, I kind of did it already. Part of it. After all that, I take one of my guitars to work, and I sit there in my little van with random cheat sheet music going on, and I play random different songs with River's head on my shoulder, watching and listening, and just sing and play,
Yeah.
and that really helps.
Brad, you got anything that cheers you up when you're in the dumps?
I immerse myself in friends and
Like Calvin does.
yeah, I mean
He immerses himself in them.
that's nice segue.
Yeah.
Nice segue. Yeah, I know,
immersion.
but yeah, that's actually a great point there because of that. Because, you know, of course, you know, prayer and reflection, but to get out of the dump, you know, gratitude to the Lord.
But just in your case, reminders of why it's worth to continue to try.
Yeah, well, and getting around friends and trying to detract yourself from what we're surrounded with, right? We're constantly bombarded with
Every horrible
scenes,
fucking thing.
and especially now, you know, you can't look at your phone. You can't look at TV.
Can't even just scroll Facebook for
He'll
memes.
tell you, sometimes I completely disconnect it all. I have no idea what's going on.
No, that's
Yeah.
and that I think there's a collective wisdom that says that that's the way to go. To just disconnect, right? To
Well,
unplug,
like
as
you
they
said,
say.
you basically unplug and you pick up your guitar.
Yep.
Yeah, I think that's fantastic.
Oh, we sat there a couple
Do you-
nights ago for probably 4 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds very therapeutic.
Do you have any other ways you specifically like unwind? Like obviously we're sipping a little here.
No hobbies. You don't go out build something or.
Well, not so much. I mean, truly, I derive my joy from people I love and my friendships. Experience. That's why
Sending memes.
No, I mean,
Yeah, it's like-
seriously, it is.
That's how we usually communicate. Is sending memes.
That kind of, levity helps you diffuse and get out of your head and makes you laugh because, as we all have seen, life is serious enough.
Was it Wednesday or was it Thursday or Friday where it was just like back and forth like all day? I think it was Thursday. It was like you and me back and forth like all day long with something about Charlie. Leo was sending me updates constantly. Is like usually right behind something you sent me, or I'm scrolling. I mean, Wednesday I scrolled Twitter all day. I was constantly refreshing it. So
I was the opposite. I disconnected. I checked in every few hours, and that's it.
Well, because my thing is,
It wasn't until I got to work and was stuck with the TVs on all around me at the
Legion. There was no way to avoid that. Yeah, I mean, I was sitting at home. I had nothing better to do. But for me, I tend to. Well, I mean, I used to build stuff, model kits, whatever, to kind of unwind. Not to mention it was review fodder and stuff like that. But I don't really do that anymore. I still have plenty of all of those up there. I still need to build. But
I'm doing some of that tonight.
But I don't have anywhere to build at the moment because I'm not building on the podcast desk.
Right.
But
you can come to farm.
No. Why would I haul all my shit up to your house?
Bigger build if you need bigger stuff built.
Oh, well, that's another story. But like you said, like levity, like sending memes back and forth just to, I scroll Instagram for just, whatever I can find. Like I mentioned last week, I have an interesting algorithm on Instagram because I follow so many different things. Like I said, it's cooking, it's hot rods, it's anime, it's big-titted women, it's cats and dogs, children being injured, and all kinds of funny shit. So it's like, and then every now and then, just a completely random, like, hey, we already see you look at all the other kind of crazy shit. How about this? And I'm like, no, I don't want that. Thank you. I don't want to see holes in people's bodies with stuff crawling out. Thank you. I didn't want that in my algorithm. Nope.
Well,
I watch Mandatory Fun Day.
Nice.
He's definitely been a source of levity. Like, you know that, man.
Well, more and more lately, I've been seeing people treat life with a certain sense of irreverence. Because it's kind of a defensive mechanism.
Irreverence?
Irreverence.
Okay.
Where it's not really to keep them from connecting. It's a defensive mechanism of disconnecting and keeping kind of a wall between everything that's going on. Dark sense of humor, treating everything as a joke.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just to it's less real at that point,
Yeah. I guess that's
seeing
fair.
a lot more and more people are starting to just approach things in that mindset.
I'm moving this over here.
I've noticed that even in friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of like you said. It's almost like reverse psychology where they
It's putting up walls.
Yeah, it compartmentalize it, kind of get outside of it.
It hurts less. I feel less.
What's the word I'm looking for?
Dark senses of humors have been part of my life since I was just out of a teenager, and that's
because we grew up in the age of carbon.
Well, it's also my dad was a cop, and I kind of got it from him, and then the military reinforced everything, and working alongside law enforcement, I got a lot of that.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
It got darker and darker and darker, which I find some of the stupidest shit funny, but no.
Yeah, no, and it's easy to get there, and it can be a source of dealing with it.
That's why people will just be shocked, and I'll be sitting there grinning and chuckling.
That's because you're in your own fucking world.
Yeah, probably.
But when you do that in the middle of the podcast, it's a problem.
Well, that's some of the best comedy, right? Where it's so bent, where you're like, oh my gosh, that was just said.
I mean, yeah. You should see some of where my brain goes, like somebody trying to have a normal conversation with me after I've been watching Kill Tony.
Well, that's
and
the
then
problem.
I reply with all the worst dark humor.
Exactly.
It's like, whoops, sorry.
The thinky thoughts don't happen. The talky thoughts do.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, mine don't. It doesn't matter for me.
Yeah.
But it's just because I get into watching comedy. I forget that when I'm talking to a normal person, they don't know the weird dark humor that's going on in my head at the moment, and then I reply with said dark humor, and they're like, "Oh yeah, they don't know why this is funny."
Well, I am
like,
screwed up. Yeah,
that's right. They're not here with me. They don't understand with why I said that was funny. Okay, there we go. Yeah.
I'm damaged.
We know. I mean, you were damaged from the get-go.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. He was adopted, so he was literally damaged from the get-go.
That was dropped. Maybe. Got a crack somewhere.
Well, we know where it is. It's on that lower back end. It's usually where they keep it.
There's no ass, just a lower back.
Well, what's hilarious is Jessica's like, rub my booty, and then I rub her what I perceive to be her booty. She's like, that's my lower back. I was like, baby, that's not your.
I go
lower
straight
back.
for her head.
That's your butt. Yeah, if you rub my wife's ass, we'd have a problem.
Well, no, my wife. She says the same
Your
thing,
wife,
and I
yes.
rub her head, and then I get yelled at.
I just got that. Yeah.
Yeah. I do stuff like that. That part.
You also rub Amy's head?
No.
Oh.
No.
I feel like, well, she's short enough. It's,
His
guys-
wife has a different name.
You guys, yeah.
it does.
Ooh, boy.
Either way. Yeah, she was having.
Clearly, the wives do not watch.
Thank God.
Look, it hit. Yes.
Now, my mom tried. She quit.
Hey, I'll tell you
imagine.
what. So if you remember a few months ago, the mothers-in-law or the one mother-in-law was angry at me for the one clip I shared, and so we got along fine at the wedding.
Something about a blue hair Bigfoot or something.
Yeah, that was the rainbow-haired, they them foot. Yeah, yeah, that was during 151.
You had a problem with that?
No, they thought I was making fun of the LGBT.
Well, we make fun of everybody.
I mean, I was, but not.
Equal opportunity
Offenders.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I have not updated the offenders registry yet with the last 3 inductees. I need to do that. Yeah, so I need to remember to do that at some point. But either way, yeah. No, I mean, like, I do what I can. I mean, I watch fucking YouTube videos. I'll pull up comedy or usually. Wow, that was a combo of things that just happened.
Hey, Kevin, delete that.
There was a clear sound effect that accompanied it, but
That was a burp that came out of nowhere.
It was like an inhale.
it was a
at the
reverse.
same
It was a reverse burp, my friend.
Glurp.
Yeah,
Trust me, something came out,
hit.
but I was laughing at the
I'm thinking
time.
glurp.
Yeah, me remove.
I know what it sounded like.
I want to hear it in the replay because I was laughing.
Making macaroni noises.
3 cheese. Stereo nims. Fucking A. Either way, I don't even know where to go after that. Alien Earth. There we go.
Hey.
Alien Earth. So the last episode was pretty good. Not going to do a full recap on it, but they're getting near the end of the season. Everything hit the fan again because that's what happens whenever you bring a bunch of aliens into a place.
Yeah.
And we got to see what the other new aliens that we've sort of seen in the background.
Yeah, I'm
do.
not there yet.
I know, but I'm not going to.
New to me was the slug alien thingy.
Oh, just wait.
The alien tick. That was weird.
Don't get me started on the fucking ticks. Oh. So there's what is nicknamed the eye midge. That's the fucking, what I call the octopus, the eye with 8 legs.
Oh, yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, that thing is terrifying.
I see you.
The super space ticks are horrendous, and I don't want anything to do with those ever. And then there's
They got like predator-looking face and teeth.
yeah, and then there's the new thing that we've only seen at a distance.
Yeah, I've not seen yet.
No, you'll get there. And once again, we're reaching in like, nope, that's a whole lot of fuck that territory. So the guy doing the show, I forgot his name, but he said there's the most gruesome thing that they've ever put to film in regards to one of these alien universe movies was in one of the episodes, and what just happened last week was that thing. And I was like, yeah, that's pretty fucking horrific. Thanks for showing that. So it does appear the more they, and this is not a spoiler because it's a theory, that all of the aliens that they recovered seemingly might have come from the same environment. Like the xenomorphs, the ticks, all of those things possibly came from the same planet.
Okay.
So that's a theory. That's not confirmed, but it'll be interesting. It's a great show. Nothing has dropped off. Like everybody's like, you would expect that maybe the effects would drop off or something. Nope. Everything that they put into the effects are still fucking out there. The story is still pretty solid. I can see that they're probably going to get a season 2 out of it, just because it doesn't feel like a complete story yet. And I think they only have one episode, so episode 7 is about to drop, and that's only 8 episodes. So I have a feeling they're going to manage 8 episodes, depending on how. Assuming they don't just 100% nuke everything, because that's the only way to ever deal with these things. Just nuke it and fucking fly away. And if it is new canon to that universe, then Weyland Yutani can't have had xenomorphs yet, because this predates the original Alien movie by 20 years.
All right.
Or I'm sorry, 2 years. Sorry, got my math off. It predates Aliens by 20 years. So, but with all the space travel and shit, it's fucking crazy. So, whatever. Because these guys were sent on a 65-year round trip.
Well, we saw, that space-time, whatever, warpy paradox. We saw that in Interstellar. It was weird as shit.
Yeah, but that's when you went into a black hole. These guys literally just flew through the vacuum of space for 65 fucking years.
But in like stasis and shit.
Yeah.
For the record, unpopular opinion.
Sure.
Interstellar is the most overrated of Christopher Nolan's films ever.
I would say Tenet is probably overrated.
I enjoyed it.
Okay, I'll subscribe to that.
I mean, Tenet's a good movie.
No, I'm the outlier. Everybody there. Oh,
I love Interstellar.
And then the soundtrack and all
the
that.
soundtrack is one of Hans Zimmer's best works.
But I literally felt like they were having to teach me the movie the whole time, on 2 to 3 occasions. I give it more than one try.
I mean,
nope.
no more than Tenet, where they had to explain how reverse entropy worked.
That was the most.
Nobody even understands that movie. Chris Nolan
discombobulated. I don't even think he does.
That is the craziest time travel movie I think that's ever been invented, except for that weird one that Dante made me watch. I forgot what it was called now, but basically these dudes figured out a way to do time travel, but you had to sit in this fucking box that was irradiating you for however long you wanted to go back for. But you could cause loops, and the only thing interesting about the way they did time travel, it was only one direction. You could only go backwards. You couldn't come forward. You had to literally wait it out. But also, the longer you were in there, the longer the side effects were.
So butterfly effect-ish kind of?
No. Because butterfly effect was doing alternate realities. This did not do alternate realities. It was a singular timeline. Because we were doing
actions in the past couldn't affect the future?
They could, but it would have had to have always happened.
All right.
Yeah, so it's kind of a predestination situation.
What was the movie where they had a cumulative effect, even though they didn't die? They got jacked up over time, like the scars or whatever.
Looper?
Is that Looper? Where they get
that
killed?
Was an odd movie.
They would get killed. And no. Oh no, it was what's the one with Tom Cruise and
Oblivion?
No, the other one. The Tomorrow, Edge of Tomorrow.
Edge of Tomorrow.
Is that the one where they were essentially they die and get reset?
Live, die, repeat.
But evidently it was having some kind of
so a better version of Mickey 17.
Yeah. It was having like an anatomical collective effect of.
No, it didn't. The only thing that changed is he could remember everything.
No.
Yeah. Physically, nothing changed.
No. And that's not the movie.
You must be thinking of a different movie.
I'll challenge
because there was
that.
I've seen that movie plenty of times. There was no lasting effect other than remembering what was happening.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then the one I'm thinking
nothing carried over except memories.
They were seeing a.
So it's essentially
as they came back.
It's essentially Modern Warfare meets Groundhog Day.
It was Groundhog Day.
Yes.
Because he was resetting to the moment. There was no real reason for why he reset to that particular moment where he woke up on.
That was a save point.
Yeah, but there was never explained why that moment was the thing he reset to. But The only thing it could possibly be is that particular alpha that he got the powers from may have just switched on that day.
Whichever
only
one
thing
I'm
it could
thinking
be.
of, the whole point of it was actually a cumulative effect of the
So he'd come back,
Yeah, that wasn't that movie.
but he'd have heels scarred from the
Yes.
death injuries.
like it was
No.
it was actually
Not in that
having an
movie.
effect.
No, but
No, but not in that movie.
we're not saying that movie doesn't exist. We just can't remember it.
Yeah, I
I don't know
sure
which
if it was
movie
Edge of
you're-
Tomorrow or not. I
No,
thought
it's definitely
maybe it
not
was.
because nothing was cumulative there. There was Looper, where obviously anything that happened in the past came to the future because there was one guy who got chopped up in the past and then literally his limbs started disappearing in the future. And then 12 Monkeys, that might be one you're thinking
12
of.
Monkeys
with
of the
Bruce
Apocalypse?
Willis. Yeah.
And Brad
Wait.
Pitt.
I thought that was Brendan Fraser.
No.
No, Bruce Willis
That's
and Brad
Monkey
Pitt.
Boy.
No, there was another one that was 12 Monkeys or something with Brendan Fraser.
No, that's Monkey Bone.
Okay, I'm Monkey Bone.
Yeah, that's not a time travel movie.
Nope.
Nope. That's definitely not a time travel movie. That's a fucked up movie. But no, 12 Monkeys was where Bruce Willis was going back in the past to try to stop the virus from spreading and killing the
Okay, I guess I
world.
didn't see that one.
No, that's a weird one too because it also deals with like predestination.
I don't like monkeys anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, Brad Pitt was the other person in the movie, right? Yeah.
Yeah, him and Madeline Stowe, I think, were
That's
the
right.
main
Yeah,
actors.
you're right. It's been a long time, but yeah. I don't know which one you're talking about though. I can't think of it.
I'm almost willing to challenge you on the
It's
frickin'
not
Edge of Tomorrow.
It's not Edge of Tomorrow because nothing that happened to
They'll figure
them.
out later. Come back. Come
No,
back with recent.
I'm going to go watch it now.
because he literally physically
Bye.
reset the world.
This
Yeah.
second.
No, because he physically resets the entire world.
Yeah.
It's not just him. Like everything gets undone back to that moment, so there's nothing to
So
accumulate
he knows
except for the
exactly
memories.
when to jump.
I
dodge,
understand.
Yes.
and weave
I understand your position.
until he
I've
gets.
seen that movie
saying-
a lot. I'm saying there was no damage ever accrued. That's why I don't know which one.
Then figure it out. We'll check it out later.
Yeah, we'll figure it
I
out.
mean, it's not Equilibrium.
Hefe is ready to move.
Stop
past
arguing!
this,
No, because I'm trying to think of what other movies it could
like
be.
the child that we're in.
I'm trying to think if Tom Cruise.
It's not your fault.
But did Tom Cruise ever do another time travel-y type movie? That's the only thing I don't know. No, you're not thinking of like one of the multiverse movies like The One or something like that, right?
Didn't Tom Cruise do Time Cop 2?
I don't think he did Time
I just
Cop.
wanted to see your reaction to that.
I don't think he did Time Cop. I don't know who did Time Cop.
What? The Jean-Claude Van Damme?
Correct. Okay. So
Oscar
it's been a minute.
knowing about Jean-Claude Van Damme.
That's the one where they.
I don't
could
even know
predict
where you were
future
going with
crime,
that.
right?
I can't even fake that he won an Oscar.
No,
he
he's never
knows.
won an Oscar that I know of.
No.
But no, yeah. If you guys know what the fuck Brad's talking about and you know that it's not Edge of Tomorrow, then you'll be good.
It's Edge of Tomorrow.
It's not. Now it could be Butterfly Effect, but that's also not
No.
Tom Cruise. Because if
That's Ashton Kutcher being an idiot.
That is Ashton Kutcher.
still a good movie though.
Being an idiot.
Saw that.
I prefer the director's ending, not the theatrical ending.
I still haven't seen the end of that movie. We were at Fort Jackson on a leave. We came back early, caught a movie at the Post Theater,
Yeah.
and we were running out of time right as the movie had about 15 minutes left. So we had to haul
Oh, you
ass
missed
and
a
leave.
lot.
Yeah, I know.
Do you want me to spoil it for you?
Nope.
I'm impressed you had a memory attached to that movie. That's
Well,
That's
we were
called
pissed
irony.
we didn't see the ending of it. No closure.
okay. I got
Well,
you.
the good thing is that there's
I couldn't tell
two
you what the
endings.
ending
And there was some fat guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were fat guys. Okay, there were two separate endings. I prefer the director's cut ending to the theatrical because he really fucking changed the past. Like in one, he made a pretty simple change that affected everything in a positive way and yay, happy ending. The other one was a major change and it's still, everybody had a much better outcome.
But we're all speaking German.
Yeah, right. Like he didn't go back that
Better
far.
than Mandarin.
I mean, that was a good movie. I like that concept of time travel and the fact that it was genetic. His dad could do it too.
Oh, cool.
Just nobody understood
Yeah.
it. Oh, you never got that far in the movie, or it's been that long?
It's
because
that
his
was
dad,
2004. So
his
yeah, it's been that long.
his dad was committed because they thought he was schizophrenic. What they didn't realize is he was fucking time traveling,
Yeah.
altering the future, but remembering all the past. That's why they didn't understand why he was nuts. And then when he realizes his son can do it too, he attacks his son, and that's when he was killed.
Did he ever find his car?
Wrong movie.
Okay.
But yes, they did find the car at the end of the movie
Okay,
after
okay.
the aliens were defeated. And
Sorry, I get all my Ashton Kutcher movies.
no,
confused.
if somebody finds a way to fuse,
They got
Dude,
punked. Yeah.
if someone can find a way to fuse "Dude, Where's My Car" with Butterfly Effect and make a coherent movie,
that might be good.
Dude wins my car.
Dude wins my car. He keeps coming out, and it's not the same
That's
car.
excellent, by the way.
Now, if they can also find a way to combine that with evolution, yeah.
Sean,
I don't remember. Do we ask you if you've seen Evolution?
Sean
Yeah, Shaun Williams.
yeah, William.
Tookie,
Yeah.
tookie.
It's been a minute.
I love that movie. I love that movie so much. It's so dumb, and Julianne Moore was so
I
hot in
think
it.
we've established that tookie
No.
does not work.
Caw, and Tuki do not work. And then you just hear it, and he's like, okay, whatever. Either way. So on top of that, I watched Peacemaker.
Need to jump into that.
Still good. He won't watch it because he hates the sellout.
That is correct.
Yes.
I am the curmudgeon.
It sucks because it's actually a good
He
series.
doesn't like John Cena,
I do
No.
not like John Cena, to be clear.
but he looks good in a gold helmet.
Silver.
I'm going to leave that alone.
It'd look better gold.
He never had a gold one.
Oh,
You're just imagining things now.
I am.
He faced so much attention. He gets chrome. That's the other universe, I guess.
Yeah.
Either way, it's a good show. I like
It's
it.
the other timeline.
It's the other timeline.
I'll go back to that later.
Speaking of multiverse, that's where that whole multiverse concept came from on that. So I like that they are explaining the multiverse a little bit more, but I like it. It's still a good series. Not entirely certain where they're going to go with this entire season because it's like, okay, here's the plot. All right, okay, but how do you make it more than this at this point? So it's like doing that thing where the story unfolds instead of us just figuring it out from the get-go and just waiting, right? I hate that. Also, I finally finished up Wednesday season 2.
Okay, worth watching.
Worth watching. I still don't know if you'll like it or not.
I heard Uncle Fester might be getting his own spinoff.
I heard that too, that Uncle Fester is getting his own spinoff, which should be interesting. Because I don't know what the fuck they're going to do with that. That'll be weird. But you know what they've never done? They've never shown Cousin It in this one. So as far as I remember.
Okay,
Possibly.
So I've never watched any of it, but
No, but I'm saying like they do all the other Addams Family characters. But I don't recall Cousin It being in the first season at all.
like Addams Family Values, that's what I was brought up on.
I loved Addams Family
Yeah.
and Addams Family. I prefer the first one over the second
Uncle
one.
Fester from that series was
Christopher
great.
Lloyd,
Yeah,
who is also in season 2.
really.
Yeah, he's a head in a jar.
Oh God,
Yeah. So very.
I've seen Chris Lloyd in a bunch of weird shit lately.
Yeah, he's been doing a lot of weird shit, but I can tell you right now, I think it's mostly CG because I don't know how they would have put his head in a jar otherwise. It's either CG or a really good puppet. It's hard to tell. But I like the way that the dual mysteries unfolded. Actually, it was 3 mysteries by the end because they're actually really good at making the red herrings
Just
keep
saw
going.
him in the Nobody.
Yeah, he's everywhere.
Really good in Nobody.
It's like he's trying to maximize before he's done.
For real. And
like,
he's probably
I'm just
going to be in Nobody 2 that was just came out in theaters.
Oh, Mr. Nobody.
No, just nobody.
Just Nobody.
It's called Nobody.
Is that the one with
Yeah.
Better Call Saul?
Yeah.
Yes.
Odenkirk?
Yeah, Bob Odenkirk.
It's just called Nobody?
And dude-
I thought it
Yeah,
was
it's just
Mr.
Nobody.
Apparently,
Yeah.
he got so into doing the stunts and the
Mr.
fight
Nobody's
scenes,
a different
he
thing.
completely dedicated himself in between movies and became a professional in his own right.
Didn't he almost die?
Yeah.
So he pulled a Keanu.
So in the second one,
Well, what do you mean professional?
He has-
what?
he's now up.
He's doing his own stunts and shit.
He can coordinate fights and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So he stepped it up to such a level that they're able to take the fight scenes in Nobody 2 and bring them up to a level they've never done before.
I
with
wish
the initial
I
actor.
had that kind of
So essentially, he's
Dedication.
the same
belief.
Money?
the same skill Keanu Reeves did with the gunplay. He's doing with hand to hand.
I mean, they did both, remember?
Yeah.
Keanu Reeves learned how many different martial arts?
I cannot see that. But
It was good though.
was it good?
The Watch Nobody, the first one, it's on Prime.
I've seen it.
I enjoyed the hell out of it.
Yeah. I mean, I love this kind of. I'm a
If you
John.
just
I'm a
beat the
John
shit out of
Wick
those dudes
freak.
on the bus and smiling.
Yeah. No, I do like this kind of movie.
Yeah, Christopher Lloyd was in the first one.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's in the second one.
I hope so.
I do want to know. I just want to know who
Great character actor.
stunt coordinator is.
And then what else did I get into? I watched the
Greg Rementer.
the Accountant
Okay.
and the Accountant 2.
2.
Those were really good.
I liked the first one. The second one, I was kind of
It was more actiony.
yeah.
Just for the sake of
didn't have-
action.
yeah, the plot. Yeah,
Wait,
agreed.
which-
Totally agree.
Which thing?
Count It 2.
Accountant.
They had the.
Oh, I never saw him.
The first one's good. The
Got
second
Punisher.
one's just a
Damn it.
good fight film.
What's the Punisher guy's name?
John Bernthal.
Yes.
Bernthal.
That's plays Ben Stiller's brother.
Yeah,
By the way-
he had a more prominent role in the.
Oh, Ben
second
Affleck. I was
Yeah.
like, Ben Stiller. No.
Ben Stiller.
Ben
yeah.
Stiller, wrong accountant.
Nobody's gonna make me bleed my own blood.
Nobody goes full accountant. No. So apparently they just wrapped on the new Punisher series.
All right, cool.
I just saw a video the other day. They've just wrapped it and
Like continuing with
continuing
John
this-
Bernthal?
Yeah.
He's gonna get a movie, isn't he? Out of this?
fucking A, bring it on.
He's in the new Spider-Man movie coming up, but he's got his series just like Daredevil and everybody else.
Okay.
So it seems like they're trying to reboot the Defenders verse, but now within the actual MCU proper, which technically it always was, if you want to be that way. Because I enjoyed, for the most part, the Daredevil reboot.
I need to catch
Oh,
back up
speaking
on-
of which,
Yep.
I just saw. Let's see, I want to see y'all's reaction on this.
Okay.
Affleck Daredevil is gonna be in Secret Wars. I
Cool.
believe.
That'd be cool. I mean, they're going to pull out everything for Secret Wars.
Well, who was it? Kevin Smith said Ben Affleck can play anything. He can play the shark in Jaws and just do a great job at it.
He did play Bruce before. So
He did.
His Bruce Wayne, I have to say,
that was a double on.
I think it may have been the best.
Mm.
The Batman.
I mean, for as much as we got to see of a Bruce Wayne, I guess. I mean,
Yeah.
he was good.
It's
Don't
still
get me
better
wrong.
than emo Batman.
No, I like the Batman.
I was surprised by that. I don't think the Bruce Wayne. I'm with you on that.
'Cause
I didn't. I'm with him on the emo.
He didn't do much Bruce Wayning either. He was
Yeah.
totally stuck into being Batman.
Yeah.
Hopefully in Batman 2, which is
He
moving
was-
forward, but moving very slowly.
Yeah, he was Bruce Man, not Bruce Wayne, just Bruce Man, and he was dedicated to Batman.
I'm just hoping that he'll be more Bruce Wayne in the next one. Because we know nothing about
Well, it's
Batman 2 so far.
Strippers and lobby fountains and shit.
Maybe.
Yeah,
Maybe. I mean, hopefully he
Yeah.
starts adopting the
Playboy lifestyle, kind of mask it.
Yeah.
They're not going to do that with him.
They'll do something of it.
He's going to stay
but not yet.
dedicated and fully focused.
Well, because the thing is, he's got to figure out how to make Wayne Industries his.
and I was
you know?
disappointed in their Alfred. He just wasn't the Alfred we're all used to seeing. He was just resigned.
A circus?
Yeah,
Andy, I thought he was good, but I mean,
he was resigned as shit. Just of whatever, do your own thing.
he's playing the modern version of Alfred, who was like Secret Service and all that kind of shit.
Yeah.
MI6.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, he's playing Super Spy, but also he was probably one of the younger Alfreds we've seen. But also we haven't seen a Bruce Wayne this young
Right.
either,
Right.
because that was year 2.
But I think he's going to, like, to Jeff's point, it's going to be more smoldery. I don't think he's going to go all, jet set
Oh yeah,
Playboy.
yeah. I mean, I'm interested to see how they evolve his bat stuff, because it was very combat everything. He
He
wearing,
was very practical and everything.
yeah, yeah. Well,
not-
this shit made sense. He's wearing combat boots. He's
Exactly.
wearing-
Not so much gadgety.
yeah. Well, he had the recording.
Yeah, but still, he didn't have the utility belt with all the toys and shit on it.
they said
He
they
had
were
some.
going to focus on
But he
his,
was all tactical.
detective.
He was
Detective.
what I call
Yeah.
tactical practical.
Yeah. Everything he had made sense
Yeah.
for him to have.
It was
But-
definitely more real worldish.
But he's also not dealing with aliens and anything crazy yet. But presumably he will in his universe somehow. But I think they're supposed to be tackling Mr. Freeze in the next one, so
Great.
it'll be interesting.
You think so? Since it's so
I think that's-
reality based.
I think that's where they're
gonna
going.
go
with it.
there.
Yeah, but he's not going to be like cartoonish Mr. Freeze. He's going to be more like the one from.
Cryogenic, Mr.
He's going to be
Yeah.
a cryogenic specialist or something.
He's probably going to be closer to the one from Batman the Animated Series, where he was literally a doctor and he was trying to save his wife's life. But it was a Heart of Ice is one of the.
That's one of the best episodes in the
It
animated
fucking
series.
won a Emmy. It won a fucking Emmy for a
Hands
cartoon.
down.
So, and by the way, I have a modern take on it out there in the Batman the White Knight series. They did a short little thing for Von Freeze, and it actually showed the connection for the Von Freeze family and the Wayne family and how they came together back in the 40s, post World War II and everything else like that, how they got connected through the doctor being that kind of stuff, and then how that played into the modern day connection between Mr. Freeze and Bruce Wayne. It was
Do y'all
pretty cool.
remember who voiced him in that? It was
In the animated series?
yeah.
No, but I'm sure
It
Google
was
does.
Who, Freeze?
yeah.
No.
It was, I'm trying to. I was like, oh,
I don't know anybody that voiced anybody. Most I
Oh,
know
they had some.
of course, we've already established I'm horrible with names. I can't remember.
Oh, I'm just saying
the
they had
only
some
Batman
legit people.
voice actor I remember is Dietrich Bader from Brave and the Bold, and that's it. And that's just because I like Dietrich Bader because he's a wonderfully weird actor.
Okay, you would definitely recognize some of these because they had some.
Ooh.
God, I'd love to see Walken playing the new Freeze.
It says that Michael and Sarah.
I'm not sure if that's who I thought it was.
No, but that's who did it.
Yeah,
But and of course they had the crazy effect on his voice later.
it was really well
Or
done.
what's his name? Willem Dafoe would be a good Dr. Freeze.
Yeah, they always want him for Joker, but
And
yeah,
he could play it straight as fuck too, and be scary as hell.
Yeah,
doing
not-
it.
I don't
instead
know.
of getting all Tim Burton-ish with it or whatever.
I don't know. Maybe.
I like Willem Dafoe though. What was that movie he did? The vampire movie, Dawnbreakers.
No.
Yeah, it
No,
was Daybreakers where the vampires ruled the world. and all
no,
that.
that was Ethan Hawke and
Wait, are you talking about the one with Snoop Dogg?
No,
Oh, I don't
was
know
it
what
him
you're
and
talking
Ethan
about.
Hawke? Is that who it was?
I think so. Yeah,
If only the
it was
Google,
Willem Dafoe and Ethan Hawke.
Was that Ellen?
if only the
Okay.
Google devices knew.
He figured out how to turn himself back human.
What?
No, if he plays
I don't know.
straight, he's actually
I don't
Mr.
know.
Bad movie here though.
he's
That's
much
fair.
better. Yeah, if he doesn't try to get too.
I wouldn't put him as Mr. Freeze personally, but
What, two Boondock Saints?
because I think he's too.
Great movie.
So the thing is
Waiting on the
that,
third.
but the thing about Victor Freeze is he's a contemporary of Bruce Wayne, so he'd have to be somebody closer to his age.
Yeah.
You can't have 70-year-old fucking.
True.
It's like it's like unless
Unless
like
it was the doctor that dealt with his family.
the grandfather or whatever, sure, or dad, whatever. But I don't know who's playing who. I'm kind of like I'm happy not knowing every fucking thing about a movie, and they're already leaking everything from fucking Doomsday. Like there's so much shit coming out about Avengers Doomsday. It's ridiculous.
Well,
are
because-
are they leaking it on purpose just to
Yes.
generate
Yes, that is
Yeah,
literally what's
because
happening.
they're not getting what they're expecting.
So they did at the D23 thing at whatever Comic-Con. They had a holographic projection of like teasers. So that was pretty neat. So definitely there's Avengers, X-Men, Fantastic Four, and somebody else all in this movie, which is crazy. And Deadpool may or may not be in the movie, depending. But they
There's a
showed,
lot of stuff going.
yeah,
real.
but they got to pull people from every universe for this. It's literally how they get to Secret Wars.
They're
But they
waiting for
showed,
everybody to stop filming
Yeah.
everything, and then okay, everybody's here now.
yeah, well, nobody's filming anything right now, so it's easy. The thing is that they showed a teaser of one of the biggest things that Doctor Doom has ever done, and that's when he was God King Doom, where he literally rips out Thanos' skeleton out of him for challenging him. And that was Infinity Stone powered
Oh, cool.
Thanos. He literally ripped the skeleton out of. So they showed that in the teaser. So that
I had
means
no idea Doom had that kind
Then he put it
Dude,
back just to teach him a
God King
lesson.
God King Doom was literally controlling the multiverse at one point.
So that's like
He was above
Gray Hulk
Thanos.
or whatever. You know what I mean? Just something.
Yeah, he was stupid powerful because he combines magic and technology, and then once he gets galactic powers, that makes it insane. So even when Thanos showed up with a fully powered Infinity Gauntlet, he didn't give a shit. He's like fucking puny Titan, basically. And literally in the middle of Thanos talking shit, he reached into his body and yoinked out his skeleton, and his body turned to ash.
Oh, fuck.
They're just like,
Yeah, I've seen that.
Huh.
I've
okay.
seen that panel before.
Yeah,
That's,
yeah. So they basically
Kind
recreating
of like the
that.
nice Deadpool just getting skin ripped off.
Basically. So they're going to do that
I
in one
laughed
way,
so
shape, or
damn
form
hard.
in Doomsday. So they're trying their hardest to make this Doom totally terrifying. So
I get. Well, they got. They kind of have.
They've
to
done everything
I
else.
did
Yeah.
see a slight teaser where they're saying like the first kind of reveal of what Doom's going to look like, and they showed a rendering of his mask.
The movies that have come before have set them up for a R-rated, scary as fuck, terrifying everything. They can
they can't
eventually
do it.
pull off.
They can't do it R-rated, but they'll probably do it PG-13.
Yeah.
Which one did I just hear they're gonna do as a horror film? One of the comics. They said, oh man,
Well, they already did
mean-
Jonah Hex.
That's
no,
DC.
not.
And they don't need to do
it's-
Jonah Hex
Again.
ever again.
I enjoyed the movie.
It's god awful.
Oh man.
Like I said, I enjoyed it.
If they get to Christ,
Oh, it's Clayface. They're going to do it as
Yes.
a horror film.
So I think that Clayface is in the shit. Which universe is it going to be in? I don't know if it's going to be in the Batman universe or if it's going to be in the DCU universe.
DCU.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they're doing a Clayface movie in that universe, which of course precludes that there's a Batman in that universe that we just don't know who he is.
Right.
We still don't have a Batman for that universe
No.
that we know of. Watch, because we didn't really get to y'all's weekend since we started talking about these movies, but one thing that did get announced, and I shared earlier on the thing, was that we finally get the first footage of Liam Hemsworth in his role as
The Witcher.
Oh, I've been playing The Witcher 3 here for weeks and weeks now.
Yeah.
And I found myself moving on them almost to the end of the first before the expansion packs.
And that's a wild hunt, right?
Yes. Okay. And I slammed on the brakes. I said, okay, you're going to start building all these different armor sets.
Okay.
And my dumb ass was almost done, and I accidentally hit a wrong button and sold 2 of them. So I had to start all over.
Go back to previous save. That's why you always save before you do something.
I'm learning.
So we get our first images of him. I think he looks fine as Geralt. He
definitely has the look.
He's got the look, and I mean, he almost physically matches Cavill, at least in the suit,
Well, he's bigger.
roughly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean they're both about the same size. Cavill's 6'2".
Well, Cavill's injured right
No.
What?
No, he's not.
Who?
Cavill's not 6'2". He's not. He's barely
5'11".
Yeah, legit. Like they say things, but he's legit maybe 6'1". Tops 6'1". You can look it up. I'm telling you, I've seen the guy beside other people. I know.
Okay, he's 6'1". Whoop-de-doo.
Thank you.
6'1", 6'2".
There you go.
well,
How tall is Liam Hemsworth?
6'4", I believe. They probably list him at 6'5".
It helps if I spell it correctly. 6'3", whoop-de-doo, 2 inches.
Okay.
Still taller than the current Superman, but yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's Geralt, so it's not that big of a difference.
Yeah, no. I mean, the physicality and the look.
But my question is, are they going to write the show worth a damn now after the massive fan backlash? Because season 3 was god awful. It was so fucking bad. It probably tanked an entire division of Netflix.
Yeah, I didn't even get through half of the first season.
I mean, the first and second season are good because at least they gave a shit. Season 3, they threw everything out. They threw out the story, they threw out the plot, they threw out character development, everything.
I mean,
that's why Cavill left.
Though, after playing the game, I could probably enjoy the first 2 seasons.
I mean, they kind of get crappy with him.
Yeah, because
He got butt hurt because shit wasn't making sense and it was just crap.
and it had nothing to do with the story. They were just making up shit.
I felt like they had.
That's what happens when you piss off a nerd.
I think
even a very handsome nerd.
I think they had other
Don't-
issues with him.
Well, the issue with him, he left. He wasn't fired. He's like, fuck this. The show's stupid. And literally, you can tell that it was filmed during COVID because they rarely had scenes together. And if they did, it was like the 3 main characters always together, occasionally a 4th one coming in. But the way it was shot was terrible. The CG was fucking god-awful.
Everything that came out during COVID was bad.
Yeah, but I mean, this was...
Even one of my absolute fucking favorite series of all time, Brooklyn Nine-Nine. The last season was god-awful because they rewrote everything.
Yeah, the same thing here. But the fact that it was so bad that a main character left and they have to figure out how to...
And the Good Doctor. They fucked up the Good Doctor during COVID.
Oh, the Good Doctor was going to go bad anyways. That already had a...
I mean, it was already on track to be decent. It was starting to go downhill, but the character development was getting there, and he was starting to have a normal life. And then it just went all fucking woke, and I was like, "Fuck you, bye bye."
Well, that's. I think that there was just this avalanche of woke
Of everybody.
Yes.
It was everybody in Hollywood says this is going to be your line, this is going to be
Correct.
your opinion, this is what you're going to say and do, or you're not going to work anymore.
And if you
Correct.
even
that branched out to comedy and everything.
absolutely, and
Gina
if you
Carano.
if you bucked it, well, she started it, right?
She was part of the first...
She
wave.
was so, and I think Henry got swept up in that.
I think he did too, because he's definitely...
It was at that time I stopped listening to anything to do
But-
with Kevin Smith because he jumped on that bandwagon wholeheartedly. I adored his Hollywood Babylon podcast.
He got skinny and got woke.
F.A.
was
nailed
one of-
that.
His Hollywood Babylon podcast with Ralph Garman is one of the funniest damn things I've ever heard.
Yeah, but
He would have. I'd be out on the mower mowing and be howling, laughing like a psycho.
Yeah, yep.
yeah, no, I mean, some of the things
So-
he's done, I've
So let me ask you this, guys, because it came up this week. So, because Jessica's gotten into politics because she's had no choice, but she gets into discussions with her coworkers as to what things are, because they're of the TikTok generation, so they watch a lot of TikToks and everything else like that. And one of them brought up the concept of woke, and Jessica didn't have a good definition other than trying to describe what it was. But
she hasn't done any research. She doesn't have any backstory. She doesn't have any a complete understanding of what's going on.
Yes, but I was going to ask, do either of you have a solid definition, not a description, but a definition of wokeness?
My initial inclination is kind of, and it's what a justice said about when he was defining porn.
Okay.
In a major opinion, I can't remember it right now, but he says, essentially, you know it when you see it.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. That's true. But it's more useful when I'm looking for a definition. It's like a woman. You should know a woman when you see it, but Ketanji Brown Jackson, on the other hand.
Well,
no, that one has a penis.
No, that one doesn't, but she wouldn't call herself a woman if she was asked.
No, I mean, it is, to me, it's a sentiment. I mean, I don't know if you can completely encapsulate it because it's become so expansive.
I have a definition.
twitch.
I'll tell you after.
Yeah, let's
I
hear it.
Well, I'll hear it after. I want to hear what you say.
Anything that makes me want to start punching babies.
Wow, that one.
That's not.
I don't like that.
I get the dark thing.
Yeah, right.
Woo!
Okay, so guys, let's
Once again,
look.
that's the fucked up way of saying you know it when you see it.
So when Heffy gets mad enough at woke garbage, he starts punching babies. So keep your children away from Heffy. He must remain away from.
You know what?
He starts heading to the maternity ward.
Keep your woke children away from me.
He just starts heading for the maternity ward when he's angry.
That actually visually almost gives you the kind of
This feels like a Family Guy cutaway.
triggering mechanism. So
It's a Family Guy cutaway. You just see Heffy walking into the maternity ward, and he's just punching babies in the fucking thing. Just picks up a new one, punches it. Picks up a new one, punches it.
Just IED posters.
Stupid fucking woke bullshit.
As long as it's animated, I can.
That's what I'm
I'll be
saying.
fine
It's
with
a
that.
Family Guy cutaway.
Yeah.
All right. So here's the definition I've got. It's not mine. It comes from Tim Pool, but it really works with the way that the woke ideology works, and it'll lead into our main thing we're going to talk about tonight. But the way that Tim defines woke is a cult-like adherence to the liberal social orthodoxy.
And that makes me want to start punching babies.
Well,
Because
I mean, so without getting into the nitty gritty of that, that's kind of an expansive terminology.
Because wokeness in and of itself doesn't have a solid core. The only core of wokeness is follow current thing.
The only addition I would put to that is that, and that ideology does not withstand logic or reasonable.
But that's
scrutiny.
yes,
it's
correct.
the
But that's why it's an orthodoxy.
antithesis of this is what we believe.
Yeah.
This is the only thing I'll believe, and I will not even talk about trying to anyone other's opinion because that it's wrong.
Correct. But you're wrong in this is the only thing, because the core part of it is that wokeness continues to move and evolve depending on current thing. So
it's weaponized.
yeah, but I'm saying current thing is all that matters.
Yeah.
Transgenderism. Oh, we all got to go along with whatever transgenderism.
ICE.
Oh, wait, new thing. Immigrants. Oh, okay, we're all now here. Forget about transgender immigrants. Okay, next thing. Whatever the next thing.
And who the hell decides that? Who the hell points them in that direction? Who the hell initiates that shift from topic to topic?
There isn't anyone at the top, but there's a whole lot of heads.
It's the loud ones.
It's a hydra.
It's a Hydra
It's a
situation,
Hydra.
but that's also why you can never nail it down. See, when people always ask, like, well, what is woke? Like, what is woke about this? And then you literally list off all the things, like but the transgender ideology, the other, but basically
the DIE,
Well,
and all that shit.
DEI falls into it too.
ESG,
It's roughly the same.
I mean,
They tie together, but yeah.
It does. It all incorporates, but it
And
all
then
comes down
it's
to it doesn't withstand logical scrutiny.
But it doesn't have to.
It's also
That's why
I'm the
it's an
victim.
ideology.
I'm the victim. I'm the victim.
The idea of it is ultimately it's supposed to corrode any kind of traditional or cultural morals or values.
But in the same way, it's also meant to constantly be shifting so that people are always confused enough, but because they're willing enough and scared enough to continue to follow it.
It's an offshoot of collectivism.
Yes, it's Marxism and collectivism. So that's the root of that, how it comes about. But the thing that you have to follow is never a permanent object, because the what is the pride flag, the trans flag, the evolution.
Just like you said, it's ever evolving.
It's literally ever evolving. It started as just the rainbow flag, then they added more colors, then they started adding shapes, then they got to this
20 more letters,
whatever it's called, the massive inclusive flag,
LBGT BBQ.
Yeah, the LGBT HDTV. As somebody said the other day. HDTV.
Think about how that has even damaged the prior movements.
Yes. Well, we've talked about it. We've talked about it with some gay friends, and they said, like, yeah, we're ready to get rid of all the other letters. We want to stop at LGB.
Yeah.
Because, first of all, everything about gay rights it made sense to fight for. Everything after that is all about who you want to fuck. It has nothing to do with...
That's your business.
Yeah.
Don't hurt anyone else. And don't force your beliefs on anybody else. And mind your own business.
And it's all about identity.
Pretty simple.
And it's all the other letters past LGB is all about identity, not sexual orientation. And identity doesn't have to do with those things, because you can be gay and it's not your identity.
No. It shouldn't be.
It's just who you are.
There's been a movement to make it that, but
yes, because
it just happens to be a characteristic of
being angry.
A whole
isn't
person.
My identity. It's just who I am.
Yeah, but that's
I don't know.
But
I
now
identify as angry. That's my secret.
What was one of the best lines from Killed Tony? My pronouns are fee, fi, fo, and fum.
Yes, you are. But no, I think of you like the Hulk, but it's not. You're literally like that's the key.
I'm always angry.
No, I just am angry. I
am angry.
I am angry. There you go. Therefore, I am. Yes. So, but I mean, the idea that it's ever evolving, ever changing, and they're always constantly confused, and the fact that drives you insane, because how the fuck do you keep up with your own ideology that's constantly shifting? Like,
they can't.
Say we have like a Christian basis for what we do, and thought it's like, cool, that really hasn't evolved in 2,000 years.
No,
it's effectively the same.
We are love.
Yeah, and here is book.
Nice segue, Jeff.
Yeah, here's the book. Like, this thing literally has not changed, other than some words here and there when somebody decides to,
or who miscontorts it, right?
That too.
How do we get to where we want to go? Well, there's a verse right here, John 3:16.
Yes. So, but the idea that you get to a crazy ideology, or an orthodoxy, as I spelled out, but the fact that an orthodox has to be rooted so hard and so rigid to ever, the irony is it's hypocrisy in and of itself, because it's a constantly shifting, solid, rigid thing. You know what I mean? It's like you have to follow it. Like I said, it's a cult-like thing. So that's the reason why you constantly, like, you group in, you get the group think, you get that woke mind virus that we always hear about, where it like just penetrates, because it's coming from every direction. It's coming TV, radio, music, TikTok, all that nonsense. And the idea that you constantly keep shifting everything, so they have to nail it down, then it pervades into everything. Your clothing, your advertisements, all of that shit. So you can't even go to Target without like, well, motherfucker. Okay, great. We got tuck-friendly bathing suits out this year. That was several years ago, but it went away.
It by design, it eventually it's going to implode, and it starts.
It should.
The hypocrisy. Well, let me give you an example.
Yes.
So you got to.
Yeah, go ahead.
So, like the lib women's, anti-misogyny movement.
Sure.
Right. That was part.
You mean
parcel
fourth wave feminism?
Yeah, I mean, what? Yeah, however you want it, whatever the modern, right?
It's become toxic feminism. It's about destroying men, not elevating women.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So,
but
it's been about tearing down women
now, because
now they're tearing down each other.
No. So that's what I was going to say. It was about elevating women, then it was about tearing down men, and now it's about making men into women and tearing down actual women.
Yeah,
we're on the fifth wave feminism, which is how men can go into women's bathrooms.
Well, that's what I was saying about
the
how
insanity of it.
It devolves into its own self-eating.
It eats itself.
Yes,
it's a snake eating its own tail.
Right.
But nobody told the snake what gender it was.
Literally beating their own self over the head.
Yeah,
with men and women's boxing.
But it's a snake eating its own penis.
Yeah.
It's not even its own tail. It's eating its own penis.
I
Chloe.
We really jumped the shark on that. I don't. It's kind
He
of
said
funny.
penis
it's
way
true.
too soon.
How'd we get
Her
from
penis, you bigot.
Oh wow.
Well, the whole idea is that it also attacks anything that looks at it with any type of scrutiny. That's the other key. That's the cult end of it.
Yeah.
That's the part where it fails, because then you can't have all these movements that come together. They
Like I
can't coalesce.
said earlier, mind your own business. Don't force your beliefs on everybody. They're trying to do that second thing all over the place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's not only force it on people; it was
Demand.
join or die.
Yeah.
That's the communism part.
Yeah.
So it's got socialism wrapped into it because it becomes the great social good. And look, if we're all equal, regardless of our status, and this is where they get into DEI, when you get into not equality but
Equity.
Equity is what it's all about. It's all about cutting the tall grass.
They're construing the American dream for American equity. Every single person born in this country or immigrates into this country has the same opportunities.
No, they don't.
Oh, God, they do.
They're clearly poor and
God, they have the same opportunity to get out and work their ass
skin
off.
color, but they're black. Therefore, they're
No.
But white people clearly have it so much easier than everyone, Jeff.
Oh, sure.
I've had such an easy life with I'm a person of color, so it is what it is.
I'm red.
No, the whole reason I call myself a person of color comes from that nonsense, and I keep it up for that reason.
I mean, well,
Because I'm Slavic by nature. I'm half.
You know you
Slavic,
can't keep. You
therefore.
know you're making a mess. You're Slavic. No.
I'm Bicranian.
but that's just another.
That's by Polish.
Yeah.
That's just another example of.
But that's what I'm saying is like I literally decided to join in on their nonsense because they decided that blonde-haired, blue-eyed people are people of color because they're from Slavic countries.
Yeah.
Because at that point, it's about equity.
Yeah.
Clearly minorities who've gone through a hard time, regardless of the literal color of their skin, can become people of color. Right. And that's from the coalition of people of color that said that. The people who are in charge of such things.
Yeah.
So I'm a person of color, and you are all fucking bigots out there. Call me a white person, bitches. Either way. But the whole point is that woke mind virus led to what happened last week with the merciless murder of Charlie Kirk in Utah. And I watched far too many videos in that day of a man being shot in the neck.
See, I haven't watched it once.
Don't.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just
I don't need to.
No, you've been to war.
I've seen enough bad.
Yeah.
You've been to war. You don't need to watch that. It's literally that bad. I mean, the first video that got shared was from a distance, so all you see was you see him get hit and go down.
I saw the initial. I didn't see the after, but it almost looks like it was a ricochet off a vest or something.
There was no vest. There was nothing. It was straight.
Because I saw movement lower and then something.
It's literally when he gets hit, he jerks because that's what you would do. Look through the footage a million times. There's no vest. There's no way he's wearing a plate. He's got a T-shirt on. You can't see anything.
Well, if he was wearing a plate, especially if it was a ceramic or if it was like a level 4 with
it's already all been discussed.
Yeah.
It was not, and it didn't deflect.
But spall coating would have caught any of that.
Everybody's already said spalling. No. The first assessment was it hit a plate and chipped into his chest, and it was a deflection. No, it was a straight through shot.
Do you really think he would have even thought about wearing armor anyway? Because
not in that case. No.
Yeah,
because they literally said that because on that campus concealed carry was legal, so they already knew that the populace could be armed. He had his personal security, and he's not the president. He's not going to have fucking anti-sniper teams on roofs.
He would have thought that wearing armor that could have been seen was him backing down or him trying to.
I think there's been other times where people have done it, but in a much more like definitely going to get shot today.
Yeah.
Since this was not that. He went in peaceful like that.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's how he always went in.
Yeah, and the thing is, like,
we've watched him for what, 12 years?
However long he's been at it.
He's 31. He's been at it since he was 18.
18, yeah.
Officially, he was actually started younger.
So 32.
Yeah, he started Turning Point USA when he was 18.
So what's that? 12 years?
17.
Okay.
For those who math. No, 31. Sorry, you're 13 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
you asked.
no, I went to 35 because I was thinking of something else.
But anyway, so yeah. So 12, 13 years of him doing exactly what he's been doing.
Yeah.
Open dialogue.
Yep.
Not so much polite, but respectful conversation.
But the thing is, and I think you and I might have talked about this, Brad, where a lot of people come off where he was like a rude person or he was a dick to people, and he's like, he brought you the energy that you brought.
Yeah.
If you came in being a dick, he came back at you being a dick, but in a polite and articulate
And at
way.
the same time, he had to jump in and be rude because otherwise they wouldn't shut the hell up, and he couldn't get a word in edgewise.
Yeah, that would happen.
That happened over and over and over.
But he was never deliberately mean. He could be funny, and he could be very pointed in his retorts, but he was never like cruel. He usually tried to show compassion to people, especially if they came in and they're like, I saw many videos of transgender individuals coming up and asking him questions. And whether they disagreed with him or not, he tried to show compassion and explain his point of view, and generally said, if they didn't leave in a huff, he usually said, hey, thanks for talking to me. I'll pray with you. I hope for the best for your life, whatever it is you're going to do with your life or whatever. And he's gotten into it with people. Don't get me wrong. That happened because people came up with horrible fucking energy or violently disagreed.
They were, as I've said, it's just stuck on stupid, and they wouldn't come off of it.
Yeah.
The word that they are now chanting over and over to justify it, at least on their side, is the word hate. At no point in any context, in any video, have I seen the man do anything that could be construed as hate.
But he talked against their agenda. He talked against their viewpoint. That's hate in their eyes.
But as Hefe just, eloquently stated, if you disagree or disapprove or you do not match what they believe and you have different beliefs, their resort is not disagreement or conflicting. It is hate.
Yes.
You are hateful because you do not agree with our agenda, our narrative.
Well, that's part of their narrative, is to systematically villainize the opposition.
It's not even incremental.
And
it's you're immediately a fascist. You're immediately
Nazi,
hate monger.
Hate.
Okay. Yes. So let me just say something here. When we're saying they, we mean a specific type of group of people who literally were not open for discussion. They came to berate, not to hear an actual or have an actual discussion.
Not to have discourse.
Not to have discourse, but to scream and spout. Now, some people came in with a bad attitude and actually ended up walking away reasonable.
Because if all you can do is quote rhetoric, well, that's not a conversation.
True.
That's a speech.
Some people came with the ability to, they actually were just curious because they had heard that Charlie Kirk was this bad guy, and they wanted to see. They wanted to go see the demon and see what.
I've seen some interviews where the person started off with that attitude, and by the end they were just.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, this guy's not the monster he's been made out to be.
That's what I was getting at. And people say that he was racist. He wasn't. People say he was homophobic. He wasn't. He was a hardcore Christian, so he would often say, "It's like, look, I don't believe with your life choices. I don't believe. It's like I do not personally prescribe to what you do with your personal life, but that's on you. It's like you can do what you want to do with your life. My beliefs don't do that, but we're not here to talk about my beliefs. We're here to talk about politics."
He never
Kevin,
said,
if you can hunt up, Hefe, if you can hunt up the clip I've seen going around where Charlie's at this rally, and I'm not sure where it was, but this hardcore right kid comes up and he starts essentially saying, Charlie asks him, do you believe homosexual people can be included in the conservative moment? And he's like, no, because they don't believe like the Bible and this and that. And he goes in and illustrates. So you're saying Dave Rubin and this person, because they don't believe exactly as you do, can't be part of the conservative movement. And he illustrated, but it's actually a good.
Was Charlie saying that they couldn't?
I'll try to hunt it up for you. No, Charlie is saying that
because
they can be included.
Yeah. Well, there's the one where it was a conservative gay kid who came up and
I saw that.
Well, that's different. That's
yeah.
different. No, this guy is like hardcore. He's very right.
And then the one where
and he's like, "Are you?" And he tells Charlie, he's like, "Are you a Christian or not?" And
okay,
Charlie,
did you see the father and son pair that got up and spoke to him? The father was very liberal, and the son looks like a punk rocker kid with the punks in high school. They looking like that, and he was very conservative.
Yeah.
And he was asking, how do we get along? How do we have a relationship? How do we move forward.
I think the best part of Charlie's response is
His response was fantastic.
he goes into the fact that Jesus, spoke in Judea, Samaria, spoke with prostitutes.
He hung out with prostitutes, tax collectors, everything.
Yes, and the
worst people of society.
Yes, so he's trying to say you're castigating me as if I'm not some kind of Christian, but that was the exact antithesis of what
this one right here.
Jesus approached everybody.
I assume it's this one where Charlie Kirk takes down anti-gay extremist. Something about I can see right here.
That's probably it.
Gays in the conservative.
Yeah, just send it to us.
I'll just play it.
Okay.
We won't watch it. We'll play it.
Hey, Mr. Kirk, thanks for coming out tonight. I got a question for you real quick.
This one?
Up until about 5 years ago when gay marriage was legalized nationwide, the conservative movement has been explicitly pro-traditional family. Now, both you and your organization advocate for the acceptance of anti-Christian, immoral lifestyles like homosexuality and transsexuality, going as far to invite drag queens like Lady MAGA to your events.
Oh, yeah, I kind of watched this one the other day, too. It just sped up, but just like a 4-minute clip. But I remember this because he's literally like, one, I don't know who Lady MAGA is, that kind of stuff. But then he also talks about how, look, and I said this the other day to myself because I talk to myself quite often because there's not always people around and I need to express a point. The right.
He grows tired of speaking to people that are wrong.
It's true. It's true. I like
Set him up,
I like intelligent.
Set him up, he knocks
I
him
like
down.
intelligent conversation. It's fine. But no, I was.
I like me.
Because one thing that Charlie.
Hey, John Candy.
Because at some point I had a similar feeling that, if you're going to be conservative, you can't accept gay people and all this other stuff because, blah, 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 Bible. But then Charlie made me realize, wait a minute, the conservative tent on the right is a massive tent. And the thing is that we are open to all sides, including liberals who want to come over, just like Trump's cabinet. Most of them are now moderate liberals for the most part.
Yes.
And pulled to the right. But with this big tent, you're like, okay, cool. Regular Christians, cool, right over there. Catholics, we know you sort of want your own thing. Go over there. It's fine. We got your bread and wine. Gay people, Rainbow Corner over there. We'll come hang out. Roller skates are available. It's fine. Basically they'll let anybody in as long as you're about 80% of what we want on our side. We don't give a shit what the other 20% is because that's how we bring people together. We find our commonality instead of forcing commonality on people and saying, if you're not 100% on what I want you to be, get the fuck out.
Well,
Yeah.
That forced commonality is one of the reasons the Democratic Party sticks together so well on all party lines.
Because
that's the main reason the Democratic Party has had any success is because they stick together and they don't divide like the Republicans do.
Because the Republicans welcome all sides and the Democrats, basically, it's the same definition as the wokeism. It's that cult-like adherence to their liberal social orthodoxy.
Oh, yeah.
They're like literally like, no, this. And then the problem is that you have the progressives.
Get out.
Well,
They'll exile you.
Yeah,
The minute you step out of line,
they
you're
exile you, and where do you end up?
It's very
And then
freedom
where
of
do-
speech.
And then where do you
oriented.
fucking end up?
Very constitutional.
Yeah.
Green Party.
Yeah. Well, maybe. But you end up mostly on the right, or because the right
At least in the middle.
because the right has become moderate at this point. Like Charlie, people want to. I keep saying over and over, and actually there are some lawsuits now going out. The wife just announced they're doing a massive lawsuit against the mainstream media for all the slander against Charlie over the last few days, especially the right-wing extremist or the far-right provocateur. The motherfucker was moderate.
Well, help more and more.
Yeah,
Lawfare goes two ways,
Yeah.
bitches.
Yeah, it's like he like I consider myself fairly well moderate, but I think I'm actually more right-leaning than Charlie.
Well, see,
Like that's the insanity. It's
the
like
term I've been hearing in the past year is right-leaning libertarianism.
well, that's,
More
that's-
and more.
that's-
That's the moderates.
it's-
That are the new moderates that are stepping up to the Republican Party.
Well, that's small L libertarianism. Big L is just as bad as the
yeah, small L. The low government, low tax, Second
Small,
Amendment.
Yeah.
small government.
I mean, it's
big,
simple.
Big L libertarian is just as bad as progressives because they can't even get along with each other.
No, they want no government.
They want no government, and they don't even agree on how no government can happen. Like
But-
that's the problem with libertarians is they're so extreme that they can't even get along with each other. They're not like Republicans who will bring in anybody as long as we're mostly cool. We'll sit down, have a beer, have a cookout. Who gives a fuck? It's like, oh, you like dick? bring potato salad.
I guess.
I mean, like,
Keep it to yourself.
yeah. It'd be like,
Don't unwrap it.
it's like, so the fun part. So I feel like there's a difference. So here's the funny part. Like, and maybe I'm speaking purely for me because I have gay friends.
So
I don't
potato
ask.
salad makes you.
No, but I'm just. It's like I was trying to think
No,
of
that's
what they
pasta
would
salad.
ask. No, God.
Haven't tried.
I was going to say banana pudding, but that was going to be significantly worse. Either way. But no, well, I have gay friends, but the thing is, I don't like worry about their gayness. You know what I mean? Like, I'll be like, oh, cool.
I know exactly, as you
It's
know,
like-
as you
it's
are
like-
aware now.
It's like, hey, gay friend, cool. We playing Rock Band today? What's up? I don't give a shit. It's like, oh, you guys are going to get naked at 7 p.m.? Cool, I'm leaving. Bye. Whatever. It's going to turn into a very different party later. I don't give a shit. Okay, cool. Thanks for the invite. Kind of curious just to see what happens, but I'm actually
Not
just going to
terribly
go ahead
worried.
and
No
leave.
one's going to hit on this.
It's fair.
I'm
I don't-
surprised our significant others like this.
Well,
I have a mirror.
Come on.
they clearly have a type. Either way. But
Sexy, no.
but-
Cute, maybe.
But the thing is like, we don't care as much as the other side cares about that identity and the other part of it. But as I was mentioning earlier, before we kind of got off on the differences here.
Well, what
but
was
like,
that line from Wayne's World? If you label me, you negate me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you negate me. Yes.
Was that in Wayne's World?
It was.
Yeah, that was in Wayne's World. And I forgot who that quote was from because he even says.
I forgot. He was talking to.
It's whoever.
He was talking to
as
Tits
somebody
McGee,
said.
yeah.
Yeah, as somebody says, if you label me, you negate me.
Was it Nietzsche?
It's not Nietzsche. Somebody like that. Look it up.
Sound like that. Was that Alice Cooper or something? I don't know.
No.
No, it was talking to Tits McGee. Alice
Tia
Coo-
Carrera.
Yeah, Tia Carrera. Later, it was it was Wayne talking to her. That's right, because they were talking philosophy at that point. It was Alice Cooper was the second movie, I believe, when they went to meet him.
Milwaukee?
Yeah, Milwaukee.
Was that the second one? I can't remember.
Milwaukee. No, that was the first one.
Milwaukee.
That was the
That was
first one, right?
First one.
Yeah.
Wait, okay. The naked
He said-
Indian was.
He said it was
second one.
Algonquin was.
Yeah, that was.
That's right.
that
Okay,
was
but I thought that
from
was the
the,
second one for some reason.
Where were they?
The Doors reference.
Yeah, the Doors reference. Weird naked Indian.
Yeah.
Follow the weird
Follow
naked
the weird
Indian.
naked Indian.
Anyways, yeah, I was actually talking about Wayne's World this weekend. That's actually kind of funny. Oh, it was at Frankenbolt. The Bolts. Yeah. So either way,
Bolts.
but the point is that we now know who shot Charlie. They found him within 33 hours, thanks to the FBI actually kind of being clueless.
And his dad.
Yeah. So they actually admitted that like the FBI basically had run into a fucking wall.
That
they had,
was Soren Kierkegaard.
There we go. Yeah. Kierkegaard. Yeah. I think it was Kierkegaard who said, if you label me, you negate
Yeah.
me. That's literally the line. So either way, so within 33 hours, they found the kid. I'm not going to name him because fuck him. But either way, it was due to the fact they had all of this footage because they discovered the footage from all the security cameras around the fucking campus. They're like, oh, they built the entire timeline about what happened. And they said, fuck, we can't identify this kid, but we got decent shots of him. So they upscaled the images they had, put them out on Facebook, Twitter, and everything else like that to say, hey, do you recognize this fuck? And then his dad said, hey, I recognize that little piece of shit. And so he's like, hey, dude, I know what you did. You need to fucking turn yourself in. And then they talked to their pastor friend, and he's the one who basically called the FBI. But
His
supposedly,
pastor friend was like a marshal or something.
his dad was a cop.
No, his pastor friend was a marshal
was-
as well.
Oh, okay. They're both long.
Yeah, X something.
Okay.
Like
His dad was 27-year veteran of the sheriff's department and the city he was from, which is like 3 hours away or something.
Right.
But apparently, I found out today he actually did. When he did go to college, he did go to that one, UVU. I thought it was a different one. So that one semester he did and then bailed and then disappeared for all of COVID times. Whatever it is he was doing that amount of time that basically kind of radicalized him. But either way, they reached out to the world and his dad saw it and said, hey, what the fuck? And then they easily identified him and then convinced him to turn himself in. And basically we started finding everything from there. You know, the basically is for what they've discovered now is that he, well, actually just from the crime scene alone, just discovering the guns where they were anti-fascist, pro-trans, and all kinds of other slogans actually engraved on the shells, the bullet casings. So that was one big tip-off as to what might be going on, including one that says, hey, fascist, catch this. A few other dumb things like an Italian Antifa song. I forgot what that was, La Bella Ciao or something like
Something
that.
like that, yeah.
Something Bella Ciao.
Yeah.
And Basically,
it's used in those circles, evidently.
Exactly. So basically, they discovered via his roommate, which was later discovered to be his boyfriend/girlfriend. Interesting. Sorry, allegedly. So I'm going to use the word allegedly. So basically, they discovered that he had been on Discord servers where they've been literally trying to figure out how to do something like this for quite some time. And the more that comes out as they investigate it and look more into the messages, it looks like they're investigating at least 20 different people from that singular chat, possibly some type of underground movement. So they're doing a lot of investigating on that front, but apparently the kid himself has decided to no longer be useful and helpful, and his roommate, quote unquote, is being very helpful. So said they had no idea that any of this shit was going on. They realized, they said, like, hey, what is this fucking weird ass Discord message? Because basically right after the fact, he basically said, yeah, that was me, guys. It's like, sorry, that was me. Basically, like, everybody saw it on the news, and I guess they were like, hey, who the fuck killed Charlie Kirk? And he said, that was me, guys. Like, so 2 hours after it happened, he admitted to it directly on that Discord chat.
I heard the recitation of it on the news today.
Yeah, it was pretty fucking crazy, like the amount of information that they found. And I will say, because even you brought this up initially, is like, do you think it was him? Like, because there's so much skepticality.
Cynicism.
Is that a word? Skepticality?
Cynicism, skepticism.
Yeah, skepticism.
They're synonyms.
Yeah. Synonyms. Either way, pumpkin slut. So
Bastard.
the point is that nobody wanted to believe it was real because we've all been fucking lied to and had things go so sketchy and so shitty and so sideways with everything that happened up until this literal point that it's like, oh yeah, nobody believes this kid did it. And it's like, okay, but there's literally a mountain of evidence. Nah, it's fabricated. Because even you were like, do you think it was real? Do you think it was this kid? You also, I mean, like, you weren't being so much dismissive as perhaps thinking there was a larger plot involved, or
I still, I'm going to tell you guys straight up, I am not taking this at face value whatsoever. Like, whatsoever.
Okay.
I think there's a lot more to this.
Oh, I think it is, and
I think
they're
it's
uncovering it.
way too convenient, way too quickly, and even if we take everything that they've unloaded, and you can be, I mean, you can be dismissive about it. I don't care.
Yeah.
Because I've seen enough now that I know. Because everybody in our shoes right now was like Oswald. Yeah, forever.
But that was also in an age where it was significantly easier to lie. They could literally erase and write in new information back in the day.
Think about the gatekeepers on what you guys have viewed thus far. And then you got slow dripped certain amounts of information even thereafter before they apprehended him. Or he turned himself in, sorry.
Yeah.
But
he was apprehended technically, but not by direct law enforcement.
Either way, if you just, I mean, I'm not trying to be a conspiracy theorist. What I'm trying to say is that the narrative as it's presented pigeonholes it in one thing, whereas I think there are components that could have been behind it that are more expansive.
So I think that's what.
Do you guys disagree? You think it is what it is? Tranny hate? Bam.
I think that. Well, they're going to uncover his exact motive sometime soon, but I think he was involved in all of this fascist and this woke movement. Basically, like he was raised in a kind of right wing Christian home, but that doesn't mean it took. That it doesn't always stick. There's multiple kids in the house, shit like that.
Well, clearly it did not stick.
But the thing is, I think that he in and of himself acted alone, but did not come up with it alone.
So you don't think there could be an Antifa component?
I know there's an Antifa component. That's obvious. But the point is that they have to nail that down. The problem with Antifa is you can never nail them down because they operate out of disparate cells across the country.
They are essentially homegrown terrorists.
They are homegrown terrorists, but the thing is they purposely keep themselves separate from each other. They have chapters in every state, in every city, and they compartmentalize that shit. So the thing is, if they actually manage, through this Discord chat, to actually uncover a proper Antifa assassination movement, Like an actual legit, like not even theory, actual conspiracy that has been bubbling under the surface that they have yet to be able to actually prove exists. They know it exists. They haven't been able to prove it exists. So here's what I agree with you is that there's more to it that needs to be found. If it was just him going out there, hey, I'm going to go kill Charlie Kirk today. Yeah, that's way too easy. However, all of the events that led up to him killing Charlie Kirk literally was exactly as we saw it. Everything leading up to the moment that he fired the bullet and everything we have after that fact is all uncovered at this point. Leading up to the day that he got in his car and drove to the college and did the thing, that's the information they're digging through right now. So that's important. And obviously that's what's going to lead to how the hell it even happened, because it wasn't his gun, apparently. He got it from somebody else.
It was his grandfather's.
Was it his grandfather's?
That's what they're uncovering.
Well, what weapon was it?
It was the Mauser
30-06.
It was the
Motorized
30-06.
Mauser?
Yeah, it was a Mauser 30-06.
World War II era.
Yep.
And I'm still iffy about the circumstances surrounding the gun, to be honest with you.
I mean, it's always weird when it's not the person who actually purchased the gun, but whatever. Or do you mean the finding of the gun?
Well, the finding of the gun,
they watched him drop
the
it.
transporting of the gun.
They watched him do that too.
Why
all
don't
on
they,
camera.
Why can't they show something clear about, like, so they showed him drop the gun in those woods?
Yeah, you see him literally drop it.
God, they got it from everywhere.
There's cameras everywhere. Like, the thing is, it's all really far off footage for the most part. Some of it is close up, like that stairwell footage. That was obviously close up. But the footage of him running across the roof and then dropping down.
So at what point did he reassemble the gun?
He never took it apart.
Yeah. It's hard to disassemble a Mauser.
Yeah, you can't disassemble a Mauser and make it function. It was in his pants.
The entire Mauser is what they're saying.
Yes. He shoved it down his pants. That's how you hide a rifle.
I have.
You watch him limp. Hold on. Let me.
I saw that.
Yeah.
But that was after.
Yeah. He stuffed it in his pants to walk to the edge of the woods, wrapped it in a towel.
No, wait. Sorry. That was the before, actually.
So he limped to the roof.
Right.
So he got it out of his car, probably wrapped in a towel, changed clothes somewhere, because there was a tunnel that led from the parking lot to somewhere else. It's entirely possible he did a lot of shit in that tunnel because he's off camera at that moment. He walks over there with the Mauser in his pants, gets up on the roof. It's not easy, but that's what he did. And then gets into position. They see him take the gun out. They see him lay down. They literally can see all of this on camera. It's not crystal clear because it's from,
Have they shown him accessing the roof now? Is there footage of
you can
that?
see that. Yeah. Well, I don't know if they showed that to the public.
I've only seen him fleeing the roof. I have not seen him
they have
accessing
all of
the
that.
roof.
They literally have the entire
I
timeline
believe
of the
they
video.
have it. I'm saying I haven't seen it.
Well, it's probably out there somewhere. They probably have dumped it, but I've seen the escape footage. But they literally watch him do all of it. Like, that's the thing. The crazy part is there's so many cameras, obviously going minute to minute, that, it's not 100% coverage, but you can see, okay, he left this camera, and then 2 minutes later he showed up on this camera on a straight path from here to there, right? But they see him dump it, and they see him dump it right at the edge of the woods and then leave to go to his car. I think he was planning on coming back later to get it, or maybe somebody else was going to get it. Now,
No, he talks about it in this chat.
did he? Okay, I didn't see all of the
I
chat.
dropped it at a drop point.
Yeah, I think somebody
uses
was
that
meant to
term.
come get it.
He's like, I'm gonna have to come. He tells the boo.
Is that what it was?
The boo, I'm gonna have to. I wanted to go back. He's like, I wish I would have gotten it then
Yeah,
when I got in my car
instead of dropping it, just
instead
kept
of
it on him. Yeah.
right.
Because I think the problem was that from that point to his car was too public, and it would have been pretty fucking obvious something was going on, especially after the panic. I think the point was he was going to go back like a day later or something to get it, but he didn't drop it like far enough into the fucking woods that it wasn't hard to find. Plus, I'm assuming the towel it was wrapped in wasn't exactly camo,
Yeah.
But I mean, like, they watched him literally the entire path. So I mean, there's no ifs, ands, or buts on what he did. It's just like everybody thinks that every rifle breaks down because we see modern like ARs and stuff where you do a quick like not even 2 minute disassembly, 30 seconds. You can have that.
It'll be
gun
32 seconds.
Well,
My record's 27.
people
But it's
were
an amateur.
saying that they believe that he had the barrel in his pants, and then
He had the whole gun down. He had basically down the length of his fucking.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like, it's going to be up here. That's why he's walking funny.
Yeah, that's a full 27-inch barrel
Yeah.
on a Mauser.
Yeah.
Huge.
I mean, you can do it. People have done it. It's really not that crazy a thought. But that explains why he walks fine in certain places and he's walking with a strange stiff leg other places. Because, like, they see him do it. That's the other part, is they watch him do it on camera. You know, he goes from not having a gun to suddenly having a gun. There's no point where you watch him assemble the gun. He might have strapped the mount on, but then it wouldn't be sighted in. So if he wanted to sight it in for probably
So the theory is that he had it.
That leads into my theory.
The question is, did he? So to play on what you said, did he sneak it in, or did somebody leave it for him and he picked it up and then went? Because that's the only part that's kind of in question, because he did change clothes.
If he had hands on it,
yeah,
that plays into a theory I've had. I've heard a lot of people talk about it's a headshot. It was a headshot. He jerked the trigger and it went low. I honestly think something way different. I've been deer hunting my entire life, and we have what we call fouling shots.
Yeah.
You sight on your weapon, you drop a box of ammo downrange, and your weapon's good and dirty. You clean that weapon slick as a whistle, and then you drop 4 more rounds downrange to foul the barrel to replicate the conditions it was in while you were zeroing that perfect little tight group.
I don't think he did anything like that.
Well, here's the deal.
Well, obviously not on today.
If he did zero the weapon and he did have possession of the weapon leading up to it, he might have been obsessing over it. He might have cleaned it, made sure everything was good to go in his mind. And in a clean barrel with no fouling shots, after you spend time zeroing, I've seen so many people shoot at a heart-lung shot on a deer and it go high right over their backs. Mm-hmm. That's constant because that slick, clean as a whistle barrel is the rifling's going to grip better. It's going to move through at a faster rate. It's going to change your point of impact.
Yeah.
So I think he was aiming center mass.
Okay.
On a clean, unfouled barrel, and it come high.
Okay.
Because that happens. I've seen people skim the back of a deer, hit him high in the shoulder. It'll always a clean barrel will bring your sight up.
So I'm not going to argue against that, but what I'll add to the other concept is he zeroed it for 100 yards, but he was at 150 yards. So with a 3 MOA, and if he's aiming but also he's at an elevated position shooting down.
That doesn't matter that much on 30-06.
It's about a 3 MOA, and he's 50 yards further away, which makes that a 6 MOA.
Yeah, and if he's higher up, that's going to drop even further.
Yes.
That's
so
possible.
The option is he either was aiming for the head and it dropped low, or he's aiming for the chest and it hit high. But you don't aim for the throat for obvious reasons.
Well, I think the chest shot is the sure shot.
It should be.
It
100%.
should be. We're always trained aim center mass.
True. But you're looking at a target that's not really moving.
Yeah.
And you've got all the time in the fucking world. You'd probably just go for the headshot because you want to be that fucking video game kid.
One or the other.
Yeah. So I would argue either way, it works. Either because of the elevation and he's off by 50 yards.
That's about as much thought as I put into motive and everything.
So there was either 2 options. He was aiming at the chest and hit high in the throat, or he's aiming at the head and he hit low in the throat. Either way, the math works out for how ballistics work, especially considering you did no scouting on the day. So here's the big key that people still haven't gotten to yet, but I'm sure once they dig further into it, is how the fuck did he scout the location that well to know that there'd be no security on the roofs?
Someone else did. Already had.
Well, here's the thing. He had access to the college. He's been there before. These events are planned months in advance. It's really not that hard.
They said it had been announced, I think, a week out.
At bare minimum.
And had similar events been done before.
Yeah, but also the fact that they chose that location, which in my argument was a fucking kill box.
Well, they did say that typical events at that location characteristically were set up just like Charlie had it set up.
So, in my opinion, and people argue with me, is like that was almost a perfect kill box. Back to a wall, elevated on all sides around you at multiple different heights and distances, and nobody on a roof to keep track. Now, people saw the guy on the roof because it was like, our eyes are keen to recognize other humans. And he went, hey, that's a human-shaped thing up there. What the fuck is that? So we see the videos of people where he's still prone on the roof, right?
People are idiots.
Yeah, but also by that point, it didn't matter because they didn't get a chance to say anything before it went there.
Oh, I mean, how hard is it?
Well, also, where was that person in? There were 3,000 people there, all like cheering and hooting and hollering.
Half of them got their phone out.
Half of them got their phone out, and only 10 of them are facing one direction and go, what the fuck is that? And then by then you hear pata, and then Charlie goes down. You know, and that was, I had already seen too much death and murder already by that point, because Tuesday I repeatedly watched Irina get killed. Even the full video where you see her bleed out on the floor.
See,
probably shouldn't have watched that.
I didn't watch
that
that
one
either.
I have no desire to see it.
Yeah.
Well, the good thing is at least that video blurred her stabbing, but didn't blur everything else. So you literally watch her bleed out on the floor.
I'm desensitized enough. I don't need any more.
Yeah, so I had just watched all that all morning long and then got to see Charlie Kirk die. So that wasn't fun. So either way, the fact is that as we started out with how good he was and we got hung up on the actual shooting part, but he was massively misrepresented by mainstream media, TikTokers, and leftists in general. And I was going to play a video, but I didn't feel like infuriating everybody right now. If you guys have any clue who Destiny is, he's a...
Oh, yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, so he's been headlines today because of what happened yesterday. Piers Morgan had him on, and he basically said, and I will put it this way, and this is almost word for word, if you didn't want Charlie Kirk to be murdered, you shouldn't have voted in Donald Trump as president for a second term. Blaming all of the death and violence and towards the right on the fact that the people on the right won't turn down the heat, and we commit all the acts of violence.
Sure.
And because we won't denounce the violence, and he literally blames Trump for everything. He said if Trump would just come out and tell everybody to turn down the hate, turn down the rhetoric, turn down the violence, then the left will stop doing this.
What hate?
It didn't work the first time in Butler.
Nope.
It didn't work. It didn't work on the golf course.
I'm still trying to figure out where the hate's coming from.
Well,
The hate he's referencing.
So the hate is, we disagree with your opinion.
Yep.
Oh, that is hateful.
Yeah.
Don't forget.
Once again, villainized.
Hold on. Whoa. What you guys fail to remember about the woke cult, words are violence.
Yeah.
So when they say that
It devolves. That's...
But hold on. Look at that point. So they say that They say that we, and especially Trump, are extremely guilty of constant violence against people on the left. They literally say that words are violence. They don't mean we are throwing fists, that we're shooting people. They mean that the acts of violence of being non-agreeable with them is literally worthy of killing them.
See, the UK's treating words as violence now.
Yeah.
They're
They have
arresting
been.
people for speaking out against the government and speaking their mind,
except
speaking
for-
out against
So
whatever's going on over there.
correct. But look at it this way. If you saw the massive protest this past weekend where they literally had 3 million people enter London waving the Union Jack, the St.
Is that
George's
the one where
flag.
they were chanting your kids aren't safe with a lefty?
Probably. It was the one led by Tommy Robinson,
Okay.
and then even had Elon Musk talking
Yeah.
on there about fighting back against the people who are trying to commit acts of violence against you. But the point is, we saw in 2020 the summer of love. Near constant rioting across this country, the destruction of major cities, constant looting, hundreds of deaths, thousands of injuries, billions of dollars of damage, certain parts of cities being taken over for weeks on end if they weren't firing, over 100 days straight of firebombing a federal building in Portland, 100 days of literally protesting and trying to set it on fire every single fucking night. But because of one bad day in January, the right is the one who's always in the wrong.
Yeah. And getting back to what you guys were saying, you were talking about the violence, words are violence.
Yes.
Here's the slippery slope a buddy of mine said.
Okay.
He's like, kind of how it logically slips. It starts like, sticks and stones will break my bones, but words will never hurt me.
Correct.
Words are violence. It's okay to punch a Nazi.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So
As soon as they got to punch a turf and then eventually had to punch a Nazi.
yeah, and then who decides who gets to be the arbiter of who a Nazi is, right?
Well, clearly the guys who are victims of the Nazis.
Exactly.
Everyone's a Nazi as long as you're victimized.
Riots are mostly peaceful. Go into what you just described.
The mostly peaceful protests. There are no riots.
And then it ends with what Hefe said: shoot someone you view as your enemy.
Yeah. Well, you remember
That's how it cascades.
Well, remember Maxine Water literally saying, I think it was Maxine Waters, literally saying there were no riots as literally shit's on fire.
Oh, exactly.
It's like the mostly peaceful protest was the most insane meme that happened. The dude is literally like, yeah, it's mostly peaceful, but fiery protest as a building is on fire behind him.
Yeah.
Massive willful ignorance on a national scale.
Yeah.
Well, no, it is, but it's intentional. It's by design.
It is by design.
Because they will conflict and contradict without acknowledgement.
Mm-hmm.
So when it's blatant that what they're saying is objectively false, they don't care. They push through it.
No, it's not that they don't care, because to them, there's no truth but power, which is also Marxism. Right. Because this is the thing.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
As long as they
back to that.
So violence is power. So that's all you need. As long as you're willing,
might is right.
Might is right. So the thing is, as long as you're using violence to prove your point, you are as right as you can possibly be. So no matter who your enemy is, you have the reason to use constant violence, and even to the point where we are now killing people. It was one thing when they tried to kill Trump. Trump is very divisive. Don't get me wrong. I don't agree with everything Trump says. I think he rambles on a little too far sometimes. I think he's also hilarious.
I think a lot
he's
of it
right
is
about a lot of
coordinated.
things.
I think a lot of it is purposeful. Some of his ramblings to throw people off and to essentially screw with people.
Some of it is because but he's also a stand-up comedian.
A lot of it's calculated.
Yeah, but he also shoots from the hip. No pun intended. He shoots from the hip. He just talks. He'll do a 3-hour press conference with no cue cards.
He's doing as a marketing business person does.
Correct.
And that means they'll, whatever the end game is, because I think most reasonable people know, sometimes Donald's full of shit. We all know it.
Yeah.
Everyone knows it. He exaggerates. He does. But here's the thing, though.
Uh-huh.
If you don't have his disposition, no other politician in the face of the planet could withstand the media's onslaught like that man has.
And he doesn't care. He also throws stuff out there to keep the other side off guard, off balance.
It is by design.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Like you said, he said he doesn't care. No, he does care. That's why he does fight back.
He did that with Putin.
Yes, he did.
That was awesome.
Maybe I would. Maybe I would.
Posturing like crazy.
Now Putin's onto it because he bragged about it.
Yeah, but he also does. He believes that when you are strong, you should use your strength.
Made Putin come to him.
Yeah. Hey, come to my fucking country.
Had the planes go over right when they were shaking hands.
Yeah, didn't tell him. Hey, by the way, B-2 bomber and 4 F-35s are going to fly overhead.
That was an interesting.
Shake my hand, motherfucker.
That was an interesting move.
And surrounded by F-22s.
Yeah.
That was an interesting move.
So either way, but I think
a literal power move.
But I said this the other day that Trump is far more of a morally gray and divisive character than Charlie ever was.
Oh, absolutely.
People hate Charlie because people don't like to be faced with the truth.
They don't like common sense.
So
they don't like exactly. They don't like the truth.
So look at it this way: you and I have been,
because it's not their truth.
True.
Yeah.
So you and I have been talking for quite some time on this show, and of course we're friends, and we talk about life and everything else like that. I confronted you on this show several times about your own behavior in regards to your family life and things that you were fucking up, but you didn't want to believe you were the one fucking up. So, but I cared enough to fucking say, hey, dude, get your head out of your ass. Or I could have just let you keep suffering and be angry and do all these other things because I don't want to hurt your fucking feelings. Charlie didn't hate anybody. He could disagree with anybody, especially on the points of religion.
I want to say he tried to love everybody he could.
He could, because he's a better... look, if I could...
I think that's...
if I
proper
could
characterization, actually.
If I could be half the Christian,
if they would allow him to love them, he would.
Yeah.
Well, and
whether they wanted to or not, he still, in his own way, loved him anyway.
No, that was what he was doing. He was literally doing the
that is the Christian tenet.
He's doing the Great Commission.
Tenet.
He's literally doing the Great Commission.
It is. Yeah.
He literally was on board. Now, the only thing he wasn't technically doing as a Christian, I mean, he was spreading the gospel in his own way.
He wasn't converting.
But not specifically to the religion, but to being right wing.
But
conservative. Now I won't even say right wing. I want to say more conservative. Even though
there's been a lot of people that have been led to Christ through that.
Dude, how many dozens of people signed up for Turning Point across the country the night that Erica did her speech? If you watched it,
I did,
dude.
Powerful.
So I was watching it. I was watching a Timcast reaction to it, but they didn't interrupt it. Jessica
furious.
was watching something else, and I was like bawling.
Well, it's everything
trying to eat dinner, and I'm bawling watching
it's
that.
Everything that you can imagine that, and except the fact that she was able to maintain a composure and
I tell you,
express it.
There's a song in there somewhere. Tears in My Macaroni.
No, it wasn't macaroni, you dick. Either way, but just the idea that she could do, like, and I heard somebody else say it. It was Anna Kasparian when I was watching on the Pierce Morgan thing. Like, Anna works for the Young Turks,
the Turk girl.
Yeah, but she has come so far to the middle.
Oh yeah,
in the last 3 years, ever since she was sexually assaulted in L.A. Like, she has come so far to the middle. Like, she'll never say she's conservative, but she's far more conservative now, to the point that lefties hate her.
Yeah.
But
like Bill Maher.
Yeah, like Bill Maher. But I like Anna because she stands up for her shit. She does learn. Like, she's unlike Cenk. Cenk is unwilling to learn. He just fakes everything.
That guy.
I fucking hate Cenk. Like, in that kind of way. I don't want anything.
Well, he's one of the ones that in front of objectifiable evidence to the contrary, right in his face.
Yeah.
Nope.
And actually, Pierce Morgan called him out on it.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, and then
literally willful ignorance.
Well, it was Dave Rubin. First of all, let's say this: Dave Rubin, openly gay man. I mean, like, he's not flamboyant. Everybody knows he's gay. He has a husband.
Right.
He's got one kid.
I believe so.
Yeah, they got one adopted kid. Or
glad you said adopted.
Well, no, I don't know if they're adopted or what's the word I'm looking for? Surrogate. I think it might be surrogate. I think they did the sperm mixing.
Rented.
Well, no,
come on, man. We're getting phased in the details. Go ahead.
Well, no, because that does matter, because Charlie argued against surrogacy and things like that at some other point, because, just everything.
Well, did he?
He did. But it depends. That's a whole thing.
But is that hate speech?
No, it's not hate speech. But the point is, an openly gay man like Dave Rubin, who used to be lefty and has now far more conservative, literally super good friends with Charlie. Like, literally broke bread together. They hung out every time they were together in Florida. Like, all the fucking time. Was so close. Did Turning Point events, all this kind of shit. And, like, you wouldn't think that those two would fit together, because you've been told the conservative movement can't stand having gay people around. That's like it won't, like, when that thing went down with my mother-in-law, she's a lesbian, and they thought I was being anti-gay or whatever, and I'd be like, do you think that your daughter would stay with me if I was fucking...
So we're anti-everybody.
I'm anti-everybody. They all suck. But no, it's like, no, we hate morons.
Yeah.
It's like, we don't care what background you come from. If you're a moron, you're a moron, and we're going to make fun of you. That's the difference. It's like, we are accepting of moronality all the time. But either way, you had trans people, like, watching Blair White openly weep. She barely knew Charlie, but Charlie accepted Blair, trans woman who's conservative. And, like, watching gay people, trans people, black people, Indian people of all races and backgrounds and colors and sexualities and whatever, all fucking coming together across the fucking world to celebrate this man. And you're telling me he was a horrible, fascist, racist, homophobic piece of shit? And I'm like, no, you have a broken concept of reality. And Austin, I love you, bro. You're my fucking cousin. I don't know what fucking happened to you. I really don't. I don't have a fucking clue what happened to you. I don't know how you got this way, but you're fucking lost, man. Your family fucking saw what you said and did. You need to fucking figure out how the hell you got so far away from the people who love you and raised you. That's fucking real talk. That's my cousin Austin. He's the only person in my family that I've seen that was on the other side of this, and he was being fucking cruel.
Yeah.
And I don't understand it. And this is literally...
Well, how old's Austin? Let's start with that. Not that makes...
He's got to be 30 now, probably.
Okay. Is that the actor?
No.
Okay.
There's a contingent, man, that's going to be subject to this kind of onslaught of
Yeah.
And they're
ideology.
already reaping the consequences of their actions.
The ones who are being fired.
Well, yeah,
across the
yeah,
board.
yeah. That's that.
It's consequence
but-
culture now.
But here's the thing. The difference is with us when we cancel people, we're punishing you for the things you actually did,
Yeah.
not for things that you just. I mean,
For being openly and outwardly heartless and cruel.
Yeah.
And purposefully meaning to hurt.
yeah, it's not that you used the wrong pronouns. You were glad someone was murdered and hope it happens to others. I'm not saying my cousin said that. I'm saying this is what happened on the internet. But continue your point.
Well, no. I'm with you guys about what you're saying, and I don't even consider it that cancel culture to me.
It's not. It's just consequence
It's
culture.
the consequence. It is, but you can't compare, tomatoes and bananas kind of thing. It's just like,
Well, they're both berries.
well, I'm saying,
I just had to make.
Bananas aren't the nightshade family.
Yeah, I had to
I
make
need
the
to
joke.
pick better
No,
analogies.
you're not
I
wrong.
don't
You're
let
not
you
wrong.
guys go down a slope like this.
They're both berries, but
It's food. We'll yell at you.
So,
they're both berries, but not pickles.
so
A pickle is a berry.
my
Either-
point being is that they try to compare,
What-
like when somebody
You could have said
who
pears and apples.
doesn't want to be mandated to get something stuck in their body
That's
to
evil. You want grandma to die.
yeah,
You're a
it's-
Nazi who wants
it's
grandma to die.
to I am happy this human being was slaughtered in front of the whole world. I mean,
Well, here's the other problem. You also probably think that vaccines are evil and caused autism, so therefore you're a Nazi.
yeah.
But in reality, it's vaccines that were developed in months and weren't properly tested that are
Well, without-
cause autism.
Without going not side derailing,
I'm with,
but your
that's
point
my
is correct. So
is that it's not
Gina
equal.
Carano. Well, let's go back to Gina.
Yeah, Gina Carano.
Gina lost her entire fucking career because she pointed out exactly what fucking happened. She fucking
Shocking.
called it to the fucking T, and she was called what? Basically like a Nazi sympathizer for comparing the right wing the plight of the right wing people to what happened to the Jews in Nazi Germany leading up to the Nazis taking over. It's like, no, she was literally 100% correct. This is how the socialists take over. If she had just said, hey, by the way, this is the fucking rules for radicals nonsense. This is how the Marxists, the socialists fucking take over. They don't need to do all the work. They don't have to send the cops. They just convince you over time that your neighbor is evil because of blank.
Right.
And you get hammered.
That was her point.
You get hammered into your fucking head all day long because blank, this person is evil, and then you eventually get to this person is a threat to your very existence. And I remember a certain president of the United States of America in the middle of a State of the Union address making sure that everyone knew that a certain political party in this country was the greatest threat to this country.
Ultra MAGA.
I am old enough to remember that speech. And they say it goes both ways. They want unity. They want the heat to come down.
They want unity on their terms.
No, yeah, they do. But the other thing is that, and when we say we mean the leftist crazies.
Yeah.
We're being very specific here.
They
The
want,
leftist
they
crazies.
want unity with their ideology. They want unity with what they think is right.
They want unity at the barrel of a gun.
So they want essentially conformity.
So we yes, they want
That
conformity.
is the word.
And that goes back to my definition of woke.
Compliance is even a better.
That goes back to my definition of woke. Cult-like adherence. If you do not adhere to what the cult says, you are against us.
Right.
If you're not with us, you're against us. But like, how can I be with you? You don't even know what you are. Doesn't matter. Join or die.
Yeah, do as you're told. Comply.
Do as you're told.
Comply.
1984.
Nope.
It's
Be
the 1984
ungovernable. Be your very best to be
Be
ungovernable.
slightly governable. Not much, but slightly. Government has
Enough to stay out of jail.
The government, yes. Do enough to stay out of jail, please. Don't go full libertarian, because that's how you get.
That segue.
A full libertarian utopia is terrifying.
That segues into what happens now. Where do we go moving forward from today?
I'm not a great enough man to answer that.
Your words in our group chat, you stated that you were almost willing to let Hefe let go.
Yeah, I'm going to make a shirt.
That
I'm gonna please don't make me let Hefe off the chain.
That
it's gonna be you in 4 chains
stepping
bound
back
up like the Hulk.
for Brad's clarification. Letting go and
Yeah.
holding on are my terms for hanging on to that psycho that used to be Hefe. The one where all conscience, all thought, all consequences out the window, and it's just pure action. I hold on to that so tight now. So when we say let go, that means I just blank and act, move. When he said that, I started to really focus on consequences, to focus on, well, say I did let go. What would be the action? Where would be the target? Where would I go from there? And I really had no good answers. And if I did act without any direction, without any conscience, just lashing out, essentially, what's the consequences from there? Not only would I lose my own liberty without any just cause, I would cause more hurt, more hate, more loss of life, more mothers, fathers, sons, brothers to be without their loved ones. I'd be causing the same pain that shooter caused for everybody surrounding Charlie Kirk.
Yeah. And I mean, Jeff,
So
go
what-
ahead. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
What next? What now? How do we keep moving forward other than to keep Kirk's mission alive?
Did we delete
Scripture.
those messages?
Scripture. What you just said, and as you said earlier about consequence culture.
Yeah. So lately, I've been holding on tighter than ever.
You're thinking of here's what I could do, and here's what the consequences would be. The great wisdom that's within inside Scripture and the Bible, and the reason why that this has been around for so many thousands of years, is because it addresses even these kind of situations about, whether it's, turning the other cheek. I know there are different verses that apply to different things, right?
Yeah.
But about, pouring salt in the wound, being nice to your enemy, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Love, how to forgive, forgiveness is a perpetual mainstay within the Bible.
Yes.
So if there's ever been a time for all of us to get fully involved and understand what the book, what the Lord's word tells us, this is the time. That this is when you need to turn to it to give you the guidance to know what to do correctly, in my opinion.
See, that's preparation for action. That is wise. There's not much a worried individual that might be listening to this can do physically. There's not many actions they can take. There's a few. You can up your level of situational awareness. You can start paying attention to everything around you at all times. You can up your family's preparedness. You can be ready for things to get bad or get better. Hope things get better, but plan for the very worst.
Yeah.
And in my case, I continue to train, I continue to build, and I continue to get ready for the absolute worst that may come our way, just so my family's going to maintain some form of comfort throughout the entire ordeal.
So
what do you mean ordeal? Hold on.
No, the whole shit hit the fans and everything.
I'm going to lay it out. So in his mind, doomsday scenario.
Okay.
Literally complete social decay. Now has to defend his life, liberty, and property with everything he has because they're coming for him, because they're coming for everyone. He's ready for World War III/Civil War II at the same time.
I think,
But I'm gonna going off what you said.
I'm sure
and
there's
answering your
a
question.
version of that for the layperson as well.
So I'm going to answer your question with a little bit of what you said from the Bible part, because I'm a bad Christian, but I am one.
well, that's the point.
I know, but
We're all bad.
We all are.
sure, well, there's
There's no perfect Christian.
No, there's not. Everybody has a vice. Everybody has
I don't care
sin.
how
I
good
don't-
of
All
a
are
Baptist
sinners.
you are, you're still going to have a drink and
Okay.
not tell anybody.
We're all sinners.
No, I'm not talking about the sinning part. I'm talking about literally doing the things that should make me an actual better connection to God.
Well, we all strive, we all fail, but continue to try.
I'm going to get to my point.
Maybe.
You can definitely do what you said. Just increase certain skills.
It's busy.
Just because you should.
it's
in the
busy
first place.
work.
But how do we go? Where do we go from here? We go in the direction that has already begun. We've already seen churches flooded this weekend. Overwhelming numbers at churches across the country, across the nation. People literally like, it was a great awakening that people weren't ready for. And honestly, for both sides, especially the right, who went, oh, it's one thing when they shot at Trump, but they just took out the nice guy. Shit. Okay. Why don't we all try to be more like that guy and overwhelm with the lesser number of people who are coming for us? Mm-hmm. Because we can change. Now we know we can change hearts and minds because Charlie did it. There are those that'll always be difficult. There'll be those people who are definitely demon possessed. Because I definitely more and more believe this world is getting overwhelmed by proper demon possession.
Agreed.
But we've seen that it works. We've seen practical application of it. And we've seen the results of it. They had to kill him to stop him from talking.
Yeah.
They can't kill all of us. And I don't mean that we go to war with them. At least not with guns. We use the guns to defend ourselves, not to go on the offense.
We become the Hydra.
You become such an overwhelming positive force for what America used to fucking be, that they have no choice to either get on board or leave, because there won't be a place for people like them here.
I think a lot of that's already happening. With the loss of Charlie Kirk,
That's
there
what I'm
are going to
saying.
be so many people stepping in to take his place.
Yeah.
Moving forward, you get rid of one of us, more people are going to step in and start doing the same.
So here's the scary part. 2 people have already stepped forward that said they're willing to jump back into the ring. And I mean back into, because they already did it. And it's the ones that nobody wants to fucking be in the ring with right now. And that's Milo Yiannopoulos and fucking Alex Jones.
Yeah.
Alex Jones said, I'm going on tour through colleges. Like, no. You go back into your fucking thing and keep doing what you do.
And
you have your place, Alex.
And while
Go there.
they're doing their thing, Sean Hannity's been preaching and screaming from the mountaintops already.
Yeah. And
who was it? Clay Travis, Buck Sexton. They've been preaching the same damn thing.
Basically, forgiveness is not going to be within our wheelhouse. Justice will be.
Forgive maybe, forget never.
It's not on us to truly forgive him or them. I'll say that. That's for God to do.
It's also not on us.
We can do our best, but we don't have to exact vengeance.
Exactly.
We want to. Good Lord, do we want to? But that's not going to get us anywhere but more dead people.
And that's what I've been struggling with.
And we want less. I don't want to let Heffy off his fucking chain. Let me say this to everyone out there. Don't make me let Heffy off the chain, as if I have the ability to do so. But if I look at him and I say, Heffy, I'm not going to say the words out loud because he might take me seriously.
I'll be good.
Go do the thing. He's probably going to go. Because I'm the one who's always telling him to not do the thing.
At this point, it's a hair trigger now. And it's, once again, I've stated earlier, I'm holding on tighter than ever right now.
And you should be, because the things that came through my mind and the things I wanted to post on all of social media and the things that me a handful of fucking years ago absolutely would have plastered all over every bit of everything. Instead, I tried to post mostly positive things about Charlie, or at least grievance posting, but I could have easily just been out there attacking people because I wanted to so badly. I don't know if that's actual personal growth or I just put enough limiters on myself at this point that I went,
or more cognizant of consequences.
Yeah, I'm more cognizant of consequences because I often say we can't say certain things here on the show that we would love to fucking say, but because we will literally be canceled for saying them.
You guys hold back.
You have no idea.
He edits. He's a good editor.
There's a reason this show is not live.
Ladies and gentlemen,
for a reason.
I've only been on this a few times, and if these guys are holding back, I am impressed.
The things that I know I've had to stop him from saying or had to remove.
Yes.
Because I know it will be removed and will be canceled from fucking.
I'm getting spun up less and less these days.
You know,
Shut up.
Hefe was
less can be 1%.
I see where he took it. You know, about. I totally agree with that. I think that you do, to sum up what he said, hope for the best, prepare for the worst.
Preparedness is busy work to keep a worried mind at rest.
But
that's all preparedness is.
I also say that if you are not close to the good book, to the Lord, Jesus, Holy Spirit, if you're not there, then you're gonna be holding on tight.
So,
because what else? If you're not holding on to that, what do you got to hold on to?
Yeah, right.
So what's preventing you from acting on your animal?
It's got to have some type of morality.
Because we all have that in us.
Yeah,
we all have
we're fucking animals.
We can all there's probably a button in all of us based on a certain loved one going or something. Something happening. Absent that. That you might go.
I mean, look at.
You know, without that's what I was saying is it has to start.
That's the difference between a normal person. Mine's there. It's always there. And I need it to be there because of what I do for a living. I need to be able to flip that switch when I have to and act accordingly. But then I have to be able to rein it in at the same time.
Yeah, but I started to say you can't completely if you go full
Hefe has
full
an
mode,
off switch more than he has an on switch.
Yes.
You have,
and that's taken years.
Yes.
You still have to have a cognitive level of awareness.
Well, at that point, awareness goes out the window, training takes over, use of force continuums, acting in a way that's appropriate in that situation. That's all been.
So that's where friendly fire comes from. Is just okay. So you do have to maintain some kind of decorum,
but it's also letting go and using that as a
because training is just more in keeping it to where it's a readily available.
But you also need to flip that switch and have that power source behind it to actually.
But training prepares you for virtually any outcome.
It allows you not to think.
Well,
it allows you to do.
The point is to not be thinking in the moment and react only to your training.
Exactly.
Given the things that are happening in front of you.
It provides an almost instinctual reaction.
True.
But
it's programmed reactions.
Yeah. But there's also the off switch you can hit in an instant. Okay, that's enough.
Well, if you have that, that's good.
The switch.
That's the training.
That's the training to have the off switch.
Okay.
The on switch is easy.
But
when I tell you he has more off switches than he has on switches.
It's when that threat is no longer a threat.
Okay.
Actually, realistically, he doesn't have a switch. He has a lid.
Here's
That's really
my
what it
point. My point is
having the
that
ability to throw such an overwhelming amount of aggression and violence at a threat to where it no longer thinks it's an option to continue to be a threat, and then turning it off.
Yeah, I don't. We can't resort to dehumanizing
and that's
the enemy to the extent of that. Now, this is my opinion.
But no, you're correct. That's wartime.
That's what's happening now to the opposition, or what we consider the opposition.
Correct.
They've dehumanized us.
Yes.
By calling us
correct.
Marxists, by calling us fascists.
That is correct.
So
that is correct.
So here's the only
we are a threat. That's what the word is. Those are the words used.
Yeah. So let me say something big here. The whole point of the left is to dehumanize. Period.
Yes.
Even themselves.
True.
They don't have an identity. They don't know who the fuck they are. They don't know what they are at any given point. They have to be told
and that's
what
why
they are and have to have it affirmed from external part because they have nothing inside to guide them. Call it God, call it morality, call it anything like that would give them a basis of reality, of fundamental reality and morality. They don't have that anymore. And they see people who do, and they have to attack that because they don't understand why. And the easiest way to do that is to dehumanize them.
We've hit right on the key point. People that were attacking these churches, all these
the
school
Catholic
shootings,
schools.
Exactly. They no longer think of them as humans. They think,
by the way, that school
they've
shooting
dehumanized
in Colorado,
people in just so completely that they don't think a thing about, okay, I'm angry, I'm going to lash out and do this.
Yeah. That is the object of my misery. It must go away. Doesn't matter what it was. I mean, look, even beyond that, the lies told that most mass shootings aren't school shootings. They're gang violence. They don't classify it that way so that they can bend it to where everybody who owns a gun on the right is a mass shooter in the waiting, even though most mass shootings nowadays happen from the left. But they tell you that they were a right-wing person or other, or their second cousin twice removed that they saw on Christmas was definitely a Trump supporter. Therefore, the reason they had to shoot up that school was because of their right-wing training when they were 3.
Yeah.
That's the fucking absurdity that they've come up with, because now they have to invent identities for everyone around them, not just themselves. I mean, I've been called horribly racist. I'll tell you this right now. I lost a good friend of mine and a partner in YouTube because he fell off the fucking deep end into that fucking ideology. And because he made a post, it was so stupid. I've talked about it before. It was like a series of colored bracelets, and it said, if this is this, all identity type bracelets, gay, whatever. And at the bottom was a rainbow one, and it says, if you don't use my proper pronouns, that's hate speech.
Yeah.
I replied with, this is verbatim. I said, why does it always have to be about hate? Why can't it just be a difference of opinion? And I was called all the worst things you could imagine in those comments.
Because you had a different opinion than that.
I was,
individual.
and it was a trap for me specifically.
I'm sure.
They put it up there specifically for me to see this and comment, because he had been posting gay shit constantly. And like, I'm not homophobic, but when you are purposely posting baiting fucking whole, like really like flamboyant shit.
So he
like,
was shoki baiting.
Yes, he was shoki baiting, which sounds way worse of a thing than we want it to be. But either way, the point
what
is,
you do by your own self.
I don't care what you do at home. I don't want to know about it.
The Marxist way is to silence dissent.
Yes.
Yes.
Immediately.
Yeah.
And frequently and bombardment.
That's why they're so loud.
But also they create the dissent so that they have something to silence.
Exactly.
Well, yeah. I mean,
You have to have an enemy, or else it doesn't work.
You're right by nature of the fact that if you disagree,
yeah,
it's words are violence.
Yeah.
Your hate speech.
Yeah.
And they just categorize it any dissent,
whichever thing.
It doesn't matter. If it's not in agreement with what they do,
whatever thing, it doesn't matter.
It's hate speech.
Whatever ism. Whatever ist.
You are a threat to democracy. You are a threat.
I always love that one.
I mean, nothing. There's no medium. It's.
Did you know that Charlie Kirk was the second greatest threat to democracy ever, while constantly sitting and practicing democracy?
And
it's so insane.
The irony of the freedom shirt.
The freedom shirt. Literally, they decided to, and they shot him in the throat by accident, but they shot him in the throat.
Everything
literally silenced his voice.
Everything the silence.
And I have a feeling that, and I was talking about this with Jessica the other day, that it might have been Jessica. I don't know. I've had too many discussions lately about the same kind of thing, where I said, like, I was raised sort of Catholic. I was raised in a church with a sense of morality. I was in Boy Scouts, so teaching morality from a different morality and service. And I was surrounded by a loving family that were all good fucking people, flawed people. They all had their own fucking issues, but good people who all would work together as a big group. We'd build houses together. We'd fucking help out anybody who fucking needed it. If we had a fucking hand in it, we could fucking help you. That's how I was fucking raised. You gave to others. You fucking worked with people. If someone comes to your home, you fucking welcome them. If you're at the time where you're going to have a meal, fucking make a meal for them, whatever, treat them like they're your fucking family. I grew up an only child, but I had so many brothers. It's fucking crazy. Like, if my mom was still mostly functional, you guys would also be my brothers.
Yeah.
If that was how like that worked out. But I had a core morality.
We fucking are anyway. Family, friends of the family.
No, I know, but I'm saying, like, it would be like,
there you go.
Because my best friends and all my friends became my brothers because my mom effectively adopted them because she didn't have all the kids she wanted. Mm-hmm. So she fucking brought in all of my friends and treated them all like they were her kids.
She was the Kool-Aid mom.
Until
no, for real. That's where everybody wanted to hang out.
She was the pierogi mom. Even better. Even better.
Even better. Yeah.
So, but the point is that I had a core morality instilled within me, both with religion and with basic, if you want to call it politics, some type of service based on something. And then I was surrounded by people who reinforced that at all times. So even if I lost those people, I still had a core that I could still surround. If people nowadays grew up in a completely different fucking world than we did. And I think I mentioned this to you the other day. We grew up in the most prosperous fucking time in American history.
On the tail end of it.
Effectively. From the 80s and 90s, most prosperous era ever. The most peaceful up until, say, the Iraq War. Racism was almost all but gone. Sexism was there, but nowhere near.
Hip hop was still cool.
Hip hop was still cool. But the idea is that we go back, we look fondly back on the 90s and it has basically be cemented as the last real era.
And for you guys, is the 90s like 10 years ago?
Yes. 90s is 10 years ago. Well, 30 years ago for Brad.
Yeah.
But in your mind, it's 10 years
In my
ago.
mind.
But the idea is these kids that are all this, there's these 20 years old, even the 30-year-olds, they only know a world since 9/11. They only know a world of constant war.
As seen through a
through
filter of a screen.
Yes, but also the fact that they grew
Once again, leading to the dehumanization of those around us.
I was going to get to that because the other thing is they lack what we had.
What, a personal connection?
Personal connection to people, but family.
Yeah.
We had parents. Like, you literally, you don't even have your bio parents anymore, but you still had fucking people who taught you morality.
I never had them.
That's what I'm saying. You never had them, but you had parents that took care of you, taught you things, everything.
Yeah.
Literally were the core of your fucking
They
life.
are my parents. That's
these kids,
long and short of it.
Yeah, but these kids, the reason I say that is because these kids grew up in front of a TV or grew up in front of the internet. They were taught by most television
We're busy,
shows.
leave me alone.
That too. Parents who weren't in the house, people who weren't taking the time to raise them, let alone
Or weren't there,
anything else.
period.
Weren't there, period. And they were taught by TV, you don't need parents. You can be a superstar on your own. You are the greatest
the fucking
thing.
Nickelodeon era.
Yes, the Nickelodeon and Disney.
Nick.
Yeah. But I mean, like,
The ones that started portraying the father figure as the bumbling idiot.
then they portrayed no parents at all. Like iCarly was one of my favorites. The parents were just gone.
Yeah.
She was being raised by her bumbling older brother, who was rich for some reason. Nobody asked questions. But all these kids raised themselves, and they literally, the difference is, and you're talking about God, you're talking about the Bible. We see God in everything else. God is everywhere else. He is the universe. He is a creator. He's all that, and he is within us. They have made themselves their own God. It is the worship of self that has led to this. No core morality, no external morality, and everything is for me.
If you have a God, then you can't be above him. They don't want anybody above them.
Which is
They don't want to be
wanna have-
subservient to anyone.
They don't want to have to answer to anybody, and if
Yes.
if there's a God, then they can't be your God.
yeah.
So, and the point that you were making about the family, you're nailed it.
Yeah.
Why do you think we're seeing this constant bombardment of erosion, just like you're saying, of the American family, the traditional family values?
Or even friends
The
group.
nuclear family's
Friend
gone.
groups themselves are getting smaller and smaller. It's a handful of people.
Yeah.
But they're depicting it as a bad thing, or not depicting it at all.
Yeah.
You know, for fear that it may appeal to somebody.
A straight up regular heterosexual marriage with children.
Called a nuclear
Blasphemy.
Gone. Blasphemy. No, you got to have the gay interracial everything. And mind you, that is a demographic in the world, but it's the smallest demographic. But they put it out there like it should be mainstream because it goes back to what we were saying earlier about equity. You cut off the tall grass. There's more straight people with 2.1 kids with either one massive single income or reasonable dual income, but they spend time with their kids and they raise their fucking children to be something. They're in church and everything else. That is by far the majority.
Yes.
So you have to cut it down.
But that's also the majority that wants to be left the fuck alone. That's not going to go out there and make a bunch of noise because they're too damn busy working, taking care of their home and taking care of their family.
Half correct. half correct. They don't want to be left alone. They want you to come with them. You do this too. Because this is awesome.
This isn't bad.
Also
Yeah.
do this. But like that's the difference. And these other people have been taught that is evil because it's against what you are. One, it's funny that it becomes a god of self, but you have to be told what yourself is from the outside. And that's why these kids are so fucking lost. And you see these ones, like I actually saw one of these posts. It was a girl who talked to Charlie and she thought she was trans. She had all the piercings, was super goth, and God knows what else, pink hair. And then she said, Charlie Kirk. God damn, I can't say his name.
Chirk.
Charlie.
Just call him Chirk.
I've said it too many times. Charlie Kirk changed my life 3 years ago at one of these conferences. He's like, this was me then, this is me now. Totally normal, 2 kids, husband, everything. It's like the fact that with one conversation, he could turn someone's life around by just saying, hey, I hear what you're saying. I love you. I think your life could be better if this. And the fact that it worked for so many people who just needed a better direction than they had no direction. They were looking inward. There's nothing to look at. So therefore they have to be told, hey, what is supposed to be in here? And then when they say clearly your identity, the thing that you are is the most important fucking thing. And then Charlie goes, God. And she goes, what? That might... Interesting idea. Let's go with that. It's like
Took her completely off guard.
It's like God, religion, love, all of that. And I mean, like even since we went back to church like 2 years ago, like things have changed for us. You know, we have a better sense of community. We're a part of something. And, you know, reconnecting with you guys, obviously just randomly meeting you and Brittany, and then of course Chad and everybody else has come along. It's like we were in a very different place prior to all that. We were lacking in everything.
We've
except
got a
for each
great
other.
night coming up next week.
But anyway, guys, it's gotten late, and
We
need
went
to
long
wrap this.
tonight.
Did we?
Look, we had a lot to talk about, realistically.
Well, I started to say, honestly.
There's 2 separate podcasts if we're going to be fair here, but
Yeah, to be fair.
to be fair,
To be fair.
I can't hit the button
With your toe.
with my toe.
Yeah, yeah.
Try to hit one of them with my toe without
Ended up
fucking
being
hitting it. Yes, but either way. So, guys, I know very heavy topic this week.
We covered
again.
some stuff. We've learned some stuff.
Yes,
And maybe we got a bit of direction now.
yeah. And realistically, if you hear this, and I know like the post I made last week, there was actually a couple comments still saying, or one comment specifically talking shit about Charlie, sharing the same out of context quotes that have been proven time and time again to be completely false, like talking about stoning gays to death, all this crazy shit. It's just like, yeah, cool. You take a single sentence out of an entire discussion and would give it zero context. Interesting way to have a discussion. And I wanted to tell the guy off, and I just said, hey man, it sucks that you're spreading that, but I suggest if you really want to know what Charlie was about, go watch his full length videos on his channel. Like I guarantee you can probably Google those phrases and it will take you to which video they came from, and you'll see exactly what he said and what he meant and who he was talking
At least
to.
you try to engage in a positive way. I just don't bother arguing with idiots.
Because I'm not arguing anymore. And I want to. I already said this. I've already said all the things I would like to do, but I stopped myself from doing because I can beat that dead horse until there's nothing left. I'm good at that.
But now you can reach out. You can try to connect.
If I'm at the point that I no longer want to fight with you, but I'd rather show you a better way, something is different.
Yeah.
And you should take note. If anybody's listened long enough to me on the internet, I've been on the internet for 9 fucking years. If I'm willing to do that, then maybe you should listen.
Something changed. Something changed over the past week.
Yeah.
I became rational.
There's a fundamental change now in this country.
Well, I think if you want to honor what he stood for, what Charlie Kirk stood for, you're going to engage in discord in a respectful.
Well, not Discord.
Well,
Discourse.
discourse. Did I say Discord?
You said Discord.
Discord is what I used to sow.
Yeah.
And Discord's where the
Social
FBI is looking for a lot of
discourse.
shit.
And respectfully,
Yeah.
and meet people where they're at, like he did,
Yeah.
but stand for what you believe in.
Stand firm.
Stop arguing. Start having a conversation.
Yeah, and if there is a point
That's coming from you.
where it's
The
not,
fucking A, right?
That came from him.
there's a point
said
where it's
that.
not gonna it's not gonna head any way. You're not gonna make headway. Then you just move along. Violence is not the answer.
And if you can,
No, it's a reaction. It's not an answer to anything.
well,
Violence is reactionary.
violence is the question, and the answer is yes.
I'm not
That's
saying
the old
that,
days. That's the old days.
Look,
But I'm saying
the reality is there's a place for it, but
ow. And
that's a last resort.
yeah. And the point, like I said earlier, is that I will say it this way, and this is not a threat. This is just facts. If they really wanted a war, a hot war, they will not win. We don't want that, or else we would have done that a long time ago. The side that is willing to debate and literally willing to go through all of the channels, all of the rigmarole legally and everything else to just have a proper debate and have democratic discourse and do things the right way, especially when it comes to all the laws and everything else like that. We could easily just say, screw the system. We want what we want out of this.
That's what's been happening.
And that's what has happened up until now. And now we're saying, no, we could do it your way and we would win. But we're going to try to keep doing it our way, but we need to be better at it because clearly the way we were doing it isn't getting through. But if we start converting people to the truth, you don't even have to agree to all of it by all means. I don't agree with a lot of people on a lot of things. I'm very argumentative. For anybody who's ever bothered to listen to this show.
No.
Yes, I am. Shut up. But the point is that you got to move forward in the best way you can. And the best way you can do that is by spreading that word, either the word of Jesus, or if you don't want to hear the word of Jesus, at least hear the words of Charlie Kirk. Because he got them in there somehow and still made it about politics. Because he was even challenged, are you doing this because of your religion or not? And then he literally divided, look, I believe what I believe, but I'm doing this from this perspective in politics. I don't want to drag my personal beliefs into what the politics are. If you want to talk about that, we can talk about that. If you want to talk about this, this is what we're going to talk about. We don't have to do the two things together at the same time.
He did make a drastic distinction between what he believed and what was logical.
Yes. And that's just, you win by reducing their numbers, plain and simple. And you can do that the way they want to do it, which is the fast and easy and bloody way, or you can do it the Charlie Kirk way and try to get through to their hearts and minds. Because so many people out there are desperate for the truth, and they've been lied to so long they don't know what it looks like. To the point that their only solution to the drastic disillusionment is a gun. Mm-hmm. One way or the other, it's a gun. It's their way out. And they need to know that's not the way we do things here. So I think that's a good note to end on.
Yep.
Agreed.
Yeah. So with that, guys, hug your loved ones. If you don't have any, go to church.
Yep.
You'll find some.
Keep up with us on the Instagrams.
Yep. Instagram.
Interact us, email us.
Facebook.
Let us know what you think.
Yeah, it's a heavy topic, and honestly,
We could spend days talking about it.
Yeah, we already have. We literally have. I was so tired of talking about it and hearing about it, and I can't let it move on yet.
I was there yesterday. I put on the Big Bang Theory and watched for about 4 hours.
Yeah. Yeah.
I needed something stupid and mind-numbing.
Yeah. I played God of War the other day just for that.
Nice.
So, yeah. Got out some vengeance that way. Because even Kratos, the guy who literally tore the Greek pantheon apart, literally
Knew when to stop.
did not want to go to war with Asgard. That is a major change in a character, and that's the kind of shit. It's in a fucking video game, but be like Kratos. Learn logic, learn reason, learn to care more about something than your own fucking vengeance. And you don't have to use violence to be the answer. Unfortunately, in the game it is, but still, this gets through to hearts and minds easier than just killing everything in sight.
Yeah.
Despite the actual
Yep.
gameplay.
Vengeance is mine.
Violence and anger
Faith,
will
Lord.
carry you a long ways, but when it's gone, you're left with just an empty shell and you got nothing.
Yep. And if you started with an empty shell, it's even worse.
Yeah.
So we'll catch you guys next week with hopefully significantly better topics.
Yes.
So guys, show some love to Brad for coming in and filling in for
thank you,
Chad
buddy.
this week, and we had a fantastic
Thanks
chat
for having
about
me
this.
as always. I enjoy this.
I like.
Hope we didn't scare you.
No,
I
no.
guarantee you he's enjoying this because he talks a lot, and it's good. We need somebody who can talk.
I don't want to
over him more.
I probably talked more on this because I have a lot. I feel a lot
You did
more
good
about this.
You did good.
So.
I appreciate that. So guys, and with that,
Okay,
bye.
Okay, bye.